mababa way Nana Hamilton or boy no Majoros Ajimai Abelenua or say opa chopa Yensen repeating you from Dr. Mama Dubaumia into Adaruma. Catch Dr. Mama Dubaumia say Abelenua or see Yumi Yensan Emmo and Fama Dr. Baumia into Yentie. Abelenua no job one we be a fair Yakuchu every time your time. Najas Abelenua NNA was Reswama Nensa Aka a year na this ready. Na ene aye wukwada ai na obubuo busome this year ya dia ko afri ahinime abo obubuo elko opanima asembe kureni ene se ja yenhwe na enche na yedi bro nya wie ne yesa baji school fees biem asem nie ya from ADAKABRI Mahmudu Osioma na yefri neat 100.9 FM. Alright, messages if you come okay, nyashi. GBKB way. Yachiamu ni amamatnati. Such as an introduction or crash as a more GBKB food in Tino. Will be so hey, this is the messages in a control program. No, was the one? Yes, yeah, my young from so program. And from so any day bear. Memfa and Chia Sonko more than for my GBKB for
initials no
GBKB.
She said mehu J mehu B mehu K aka you know
down GBKB
GBKB. They say over mehu J no
there's a big message be phone no so I hear program
mehu K
well G GBKB.
Mehu J no. Mehu B. Ana mehu K. Sesa akwaka BK no. BK na migu so.
BK so na mi nua BK asamoa wo kuma se. GBKB fu.
Asemo.
Ya mo matrasio. Edamabam. Jay. GBKB fu no.
Easy o.
O me wo mo.
I just want woman omodi na akwakwa bi o.
What's it? You have to be, you got to be very careful not to disregard the laid out protocols. So what me about your program? Won't you GBKB for? Now what to us why? Miss Ocean Mike in my Matiana and me up at it me ever Casamity.
I don't know.
Wadaruma at the one Casana Chia GBKB for one man.
GBKB. Me wo fa se menchiam na mo ho ye de wo mo ho ye ejide se wo mo ho ye omo so de otumu se
omo pe football
sa
omo de cricket
okay
and de bia hye no so de bia mo ma club ba ko omo cricket
eti egu so eti se BK na aka no nti clue say no an ye de bebre ma na ye de BK ye wi hu bi ni ho
and Genie hwan
and
a B
B no so
and a
Kid so shall hope Kid many piano.
Kid what
many piano say fe
who's so
get it many piano fe first kid many piano pa
first kid
second kid na me
second kid now okay it was so why you
what was I said me did one more o kwa di biba ezi ese mesu misusu a ndi meso be kwa na makofa biaba asemo over
GBKB
wo mo show
o mo yetimi tu ka mi ensa
ha
ono eda ba akum na mienu no so no driver for
okay
anti na driver o mu didi ani mu no odi o machi
okay
ka mi ensa timi tu free fie ho
oh fine
na GBKB boy
omo ye omo hu bi
omo ye omo hu bi papa
ooh
na you began with day
Ghana dey say we any to
you began with day
yonko baby anso omo money o
political elite no ya na do baby omo mu ya kakra
any money o
no fast na what say
oh nyame adom ofa nyame adom na you say you before cry what I say e dey na go so say mbisa because asem na me say You can be answer.
I say a GBKBK for cricket and golf.
Aha, no more pay.
Says 4 games.
Yeah. So now you can't win them. Now say golf. One city I can't. One city I got up your talk about golf. It's
and I mean, 7 summer club.
What I say? Oh, metie pa because they say me hwe bk no nti many abre. Weekend we say me go yehun adwuma.
GBK fu ano. Omo ye wonderful. Obi sika kam. Eye $52 million.
Oy.
Tio.
Star
$52 million na kam. And na GBK fu eja. Dwato an ko e.
Okay.
And o say and just ono wajimu $15 million.
Hey.
And sana waji $52 million na man.
It's 52 minus 15.
Rebecca saying.
Rebecca for 47.
We are sure.
And so also give 50.
We did 15 free, 52 more.
Hey.
Rebecca 37.
37. 37.
But also,
I don't know
something more. He's out.
I got 37.
And now,
I'm for
52 million. Dollars na me can you.
Dollars assembly here can you.
And I said a dozen.
Oh.
So bet 15 million.
Yeah, that's all.
No, akwa dwumo ye na na what ti asan ya na ono obenya just would $15 million.
Any percentage in point.
Afide de. Eh no yes obeyi nsi akire.
Okay.
And na odi koja obi foforo. And nipa no so ball points obi foforo. And na ade no kokoda non GBK before we be.
Okay.
Na we na ya appointment. Oko can I say so me $52 million no na akemona a chedo interest bia na ade nka ho na okay ka na ya ka so e do we dey nipa so mesi adwuma ti nipa so mesi adwuma nipa no to na watu na agu akonwa bi so saa
ojojo no
ohwe na e do so baji $50 million who see a children $50 million ne ko ba bi fufuru akohwe se ye beji ama wa anya so we dey e simple we beji ama no twa na ni ana ujafo de na yagu ayi nkonwa bi so na
ojojo no kra
it is ana ani bukura fu say $50 million kwa wanyi bi on pefa imi nyadwuma bi akọ GBK bi
I don't know so $50 million and obi $52 million or the car was give me $50 million
na adf kokko
na $50 million percentage ni kra saying so no the Jessica no gum crowd now there be say yeah the standards na year adwuma over standards in 10% over bible crowd 10% na wom enti 10% ye dey adwuma na dey wo gi aboro 10% no
me offer say who bufu
$50 million
what's so beji who person would you $52 million na wo gi am what $50 million e dey ka satentini
hey
e dey she power power ni ye kan ho asem no
oh sir
wo would you $1 million ko ni baby abeko wo would you kuta $1 million wo beko he
me go Dubai
twa wa so no
so no me say me go Dubai akọ
so bro no
sounds me de be coin
and Dubai de wa ko he fa
aza
ko Barbados
hey
the Tobago Cocotra
island no so na just say from papa
Miami na Dubai de ye dey Dubai twice na ho she
of na wo chire
obra wonim radio be sia disika ko sika
bia ni skadi
and strength nyame so man sika so wonim
sika say am 1000 cities kra na meeting the 5 minutes na e kan
wow
dina wa o twa ye sika die na ye hye
obra ade do say e make or break
aza
e mo aye din
okay
ene mu so adwo ba bie
oh
e du wonim sika dia memmo mpa ye nsra urade so man sika da
isa okay
wo be sika dia ko gudem
ye be sua sika di
tell them wait
ye be
school feeding for my ba we
one more way
school feeding for my ba wonim sika dia
okay
wo nya na nkwa economy wo emompa ye nsra urade fo sika da what ya na sia sika di wo dampam no asma se faade fridge
ni mame
na hwet no hwe
wo ya na wa gibe bundle ba ko wa to abo ho pa bo se sika no to fama na prise ya te se tefre
Allah
ana se sika no hwe obi
wo yo
okra se okwa na waka chenso ko na kwahwem Tena no wa just any mayibio no
mayibio ya yibi ate ya yibi woni sika dia mompa ye se nyankopon ma nya sika da
okay
search dindine
fine se koto echi oh
search dindine
said ye discan ye be san revise no
search dindine se yaku aye tutu ni akoso yakuma
so with this Sikama who said yes.
This Sikadi so
fair.
Big Yamin Shramo. Namunia. Hey, Yamoda. Go pass me more transfer. Docuna Shitolo. Nabos and Akokra no Jina, Osu night market. No, Todo Knokakra, no, events and Salmon Kakra, Yato. Ade. GBK for no sushi, wouldn't matter grow.
Sushi near there.
Mimi Usami.
Joe can have a call.
What
where do I never be a worker by and fear me as any I mean, Quazon. Quazon, by and fear me as any. What is that? What maybe I'm going to be a Jim Benuna? That would just be per Quazon. But that would be the big. I was it. But we are going to say, what have you been away? What would your man say? Me per Quazon. Quazon grabbing down we. I've been sushi about the canway. Quazon means you are infamous any 3 years, 3 solid years. Now, COVID grammar you. Now, COVID am I. Jojo Quazon, yeah. Do the mirror.
Me dofu bi Ketra ewo Adrigano.
Oh okay.
The friend Quinesta.
Oh okay. Good.
Just some sheda. Emma Quinesta. Quazono.
Good.
Na oma Ati.
Odo what yeah can't fin about better. Yeah can Quazona also croissant. There ba say there ba there.
Okay, CROI.
What be there?
CROI SS ANT French.
What's that again? Say
said there on say restaurant here can say French for me can say restaurant. So and that's a Peugeot.
Okay.
So it can't pronounce me here.
I say croissant. I don't know. It is seen and this I'm a banana. Croissant. That's where they walk or quack, but now what quack or pay? I did not call here is a croissant. Media, me my Yanni KW said the enemies yai. KWZO ON Croissant. Nothing I got a croissant. C'est croissant. Na what you want a comedy. Ya demand we ba say croissant. Media it's what where they say nyama. And it means here you know. About 3 years since 2019. Ma pe croissant ya. Say it means here. It's a friend me kwa amende. Croissant. What they spell it to am say me kwa one be na da mani ma trato.
Okwa ya na wahwe breakfast side ho.
No matro.
And wahwe breakfast side ho no. Enti breakfast side I say on say star bite here here.
They say you no head
now ka say open croissant. Na wasan abuso so mo ma ho. Eye ba queen and so French for no
French for
and so papa
okay.
It's Bomodia. In fact, Ed. What was a batter knits me.
Memma free matro. Nobody has some bottom. It's a middle ya about the menu by me. I'm a good menu dada. Nobody at all. Let's just say, don't say, I may win. With the same to me, Yenipia now, what you know. Yes, she said the amount. Song. A baguette. Don't ya damn it in him. Well, can't go. I'm on church. Mon church, you're quite nice, you bottom. It's the idea you rap. Well, you're not feeling maybe the man the menu be. I mean, I'm very simple to nobody. Yeah, pay we kuntumre no ne. Bunu na wa kan ntam na okwa na we num de. Ko trawa obeka bewi okra na je se. Ekom ne kun. Enti ma hwehwa me ka bi o so mu ni bi. O mu hu ade kro. Enti se me na me nka ne yie. Me na me nka ne yie. Na anu ba ku bi na ewo sprinters kwan yi so yi. Wa fa dana na se ka ye ko ayie no.
Zoom.
Yeah, ye ko zoom just one. Papa ye sa de ya me fro na je watoto mu no. Wonim say me kopie ba bi o mo ya yie no. Me ko fa okra.
Dutch hotel.
Dutch hotel. Wo say funeral home na wo Lashibi no. Eti me do de me kire o kire me kromo o de me tuto ma. Na je say o de me kotena sprinters kwan no so wa base bi o. Te be kwa na me say me pe kwa so no me say no kwa so de o mu ni bi wa. Sa na de me na me nka ne ye.
Enti me nua ba ko o ye lawyer. Or say, I'm sure your man has eaten croissant before, but he didn't know any quality eatery has it in Ghana.
Quality.
I was saying because baby, I be ready. Also, to me, be.
I say, me be.
And what do you say?
And I medina mean, na me so be a me money ye. It was monso. Said the identity.
It's a spelling.
It's a man spelling it.
Menu card.
Me and me free, and I may tro. Na je say media say me hwe menu card nkra na me hu na eno ane say o de matro iti me ma free ma
mama me we
mom na me iti me manu hwe mbotom ne be yi de ato iti we ne de problem ni ho
so
iti na omu hu ne say me wa fa nim say tama mo class 3 ena me na na say me konkoto aduro mre no ena me na na no so eja odo so be so o kire say o we no watworo aduro no SUBUS. SUBUS. I'm say ade yi di. Iti eja me so me pese me say class 3 ni di. Me ye we pa me ye bia. Na me call eye drugstore. Na me say me subus. Am papa hwe bani ma. Na say ope zubs na ope subus. Na me say subus. Na say wo ko school we. Na me say oh baba, I don't have a country. And you want to say, okay, where the problem here do? Me na that trauma me tell you. It the hours when I maybe pronounce one mouth. No way you mama. And I say no, you zoops. But then you subus. I say okay. And my did be an I hear me. Be an I hear me.
No, we so piano scratch this also bless.
It's all bless. My tinia kwazo, my Etu you say the metro mbotom me do ya na je say
oh my jerry me kra okay nya hwe de me ya pe kra so na be dia the butter na timi no pa so ho we be sa me be e call baby sa wo me say braised rice braised rice with saucy pepper ne no bi na me say oh and them say rice there because medi rice is medi jollof rice medi rice fried rice ye dibi and I'm go for braised rice ne pepper sauce what was come on what for mo the idea be say no mo the egg na egg the cra no man can egg I'm trying to say omelette you say bibi what for me how me share say braised rice ba say na nwam anwa mo ne meku na me say na ti anwa mo nyina na bro di ni braised rice with pepper sauce and when ti anwa mo ne meku aja ti kusi ato so oye mo no so I'm so okay aduade mu so ye di abontene yes ade ne ko aye golden tulip na odo abusa kwa kuku atai menu ano no nti unya kope me musa bibia na do aka so wo hwe kuku atai okay eti unsa ka no na fe ono anka sa lead what ya oh fine because you could just about 250 cedis ati me did ya wia o golden tulip ma ho ato oh be 250 so we are fine unya 250 nkodidi 250 na so for aka me nka hwe ubedi du bia so na me say buffet 250 yes and it should be enough yeah makram na husu o de Joe 40 cities. Then on the dark one. Ya dear ma okra.
Okay.
Any.
Okay.
Oh, singlet to crack a ultimisha singlet. Ultimisha boxes. Now okra
niaje combination now I fine.
Ultimisha shirt. Ultimisha a debut went in the dark or what?
Yeah.
For 1,000 cities. Now the Cocoa South African region and now golden tulip.
And now baby I had me call ya me share that the phone time as say oh frame.
So
because now me hey over I me share no man banam say
oh that 1,000 cities
so kins imponi me so anya so kins am you could you
now go did
hey over na wa oni tua me ko pe bufo no kwasa na mo wo de ba kon bi na me say oh okay
Edu baby odifufu be kwa anim kwase.
Oh sir.
1,000 cities show.
All right.
Now the Kowura golden tulip. And now Kowura African region.
That's all.
Udi anu na udi ko. Na men titini bebre.
En kakra.
Tin kakra.
Me wa 1,000 so da o home 1,000.
Into wia with the cash kura tua anim kwase.
Oh okay.
So say we debit card.
Oh sir, okay.
So
na hwion
ye de anum
and no de num a hwion e te hwion na bo say na mobile phone guta na when you alert your account is debited with what 1,000 Ghana cedis
na one say one so why
so you bia
then
nipa do ha
utu bi nche 5,000 da.
Oh, afa obi achim bi da.
Na fe wuntimi nyimu 1,000 pe. E ka say nwumre we dia me 1,000 no.
E ko spread.
Me di dware me kra.
Okay.
You 1,000 cities pe dware o kra.
Mate.
But na reho ya.
Mate mo fa.
Areho ya.
Afuto e de pa mti.
Da be no no.
Ya be ho adwuma. Weekend here. We di ache. Weekend here ya ko ho adwuma.
Okay. Ya to uta ne miensa.
Okay.
It be pack ho asem.
Na
ma hwe ukwa. I was so ujina ho se be me.
Oh yes.
So ukuta
utu e so utumi ye gaga bi kwa kakra. And yes I said aduana godi na say nya wo ye bi. Obi asma se bra. And na ba say ujina say aduana nya wo ye. We shedi. Na say dia wo ke wa you card na wo dia ma no mo de be fa fidie so. Card nso e fa fidie nso ko ba ba se be si. And na ya tell so wa bubo code ni show. Na what about say alert. Na oboso phone is obotom na vibrate. I say, hey, ade na su ekọ. Na na mu. Aduane so yesi me ni kese o.
Dabi otitinkitinkitinkitin.
Okodi di bebre kra be kasa na say dey na opa aduane.
Dabi o asa na bo se no mo show na.
Mo show bi sa.
Shafito no mo show say
ya asemo.
Ti ya den kakra krate.
Yo.
Na dwaro kra. Ansa na bronya ba ate.
Mateo.
When we kiss us to school fees ni wia. But you ankwala no fees ni.
Ankwala no fees ni wia.
Na da ko dware kra. Mate. Etu kwa. But na se kama. Na to no why?
Adwojo ho.
No adwojo ho.
Obi asira asiri bi. O so obi ho wa kɔ ne sa na kra afi na ni tirimu nyina ekusu. Sere. Feel fine. So others.
Current IGP. Dr. Dampare. And me kuku shia no hono sa golden tulip. And your share special area hono.
Oh, okay.
And to yinam smay.
And there's fine.
O yinam smay. O yinam say because me hwe sin no. Na owi obetu ama me. Enti me budget me CD. Enti
na ko anim.
You calculate. Ewie ya no kan just offer me offer. And also offer. I settle wo. Oh. Dem. Kokra. Just abre so wadwuma otutu. O say wa fa na ba say 50-50. Ehwe. Wo hwe say eh na me ye. Afo we exceed the wo ho. Was oyian me yi. Oyian me yi di nkomo. Good. Ni asan wie ni akọ. Edi ka hye ase so ye de eye pen saying
no ma bi kra
ye de chicken soup.
Okay.
Chicken soup.
Okay.
Ni edi nkomo.
And let say mu ye.
Ni no kwan na wie. Ni asan akọ.
Ni mu ye.
Ye ne nam ho sa ni etwa ho hia. Twa ho hia. Oyin me yi. Oyin me yi. Ave dru be nam ya se dem komo ya so yi betu ama me afi no yi na ma yi
na ti wo fa ye na o ka se ma settle media na
awura fi se me se me nua kwakuku ate o
o nti ka na so friend
no what ni card na golden tulip wa ya ma 25 years
eh say na wa ben
card to
bem me no anu na dem yopo okay
enye ska da bi da botomu Enipa in case of emergency you run to them.
You know correct.
Strong. And Fabto so.
Yeah, tell you
But me hu da be kwa kodware crowd.
Oh yes.
Na me sheda nya.
Yeah, what kind of food to there? Say me to me a weekend there me nya cry. Say me you free.
Why. The crowd on there me pe bia ma.
What say papa?
Na enne enkomo kakra ho.
Okay.
I say digitalization no. You better your boss near church. But before then, Democrat no select some few of such stories.
Yeah. Okay, what I say, and now what far? I'm the Dr. Baumia Enra, then some of the two Jano, Idia him pa, I won't crack anymore. Now, on my opinion, so echo yes, Scotland, no, yeah, Glasgow, on so to say yes. It's some of kind and so Idia him pa. Grabbing so idea him, Papa, I say, yeah, dear woman now. Yeah, dear woman, and grabbing so dear him. No, so still, grabbing air the pa. Now, wofa a year daily statesman now, or say Ghana card. He say a baby e-passport. It's in just say, we are Ghana near Obama on it. Now, by Ghana, when he say, I feel now passport, no, yeah, baby, if you're near the account, or Ghana card kutawa, and no, let just say, would them you po, winning in an year, some more, and ra, a year Dr. Baumia, Eddie Chu, just say, you better digitize the economy, no. Na yakwa be for kwan so na bibia etimako ye na ma yesika etimegyina na so wo fa no so arako se ma esi wa akomadan but also wo de ana wo ni map ni yie pa eno so ni pensia ena yate se wo mo ahye dwurube they say beyond recognition said the broni be kan no
akomadan ene abofo ni nyina na offense no
yes
offense municipality offense saf ena akomadan ene abofo asi offense no na ya na normal bebre koso wo ma we mu nse so ahene kese kwa akura wo
o za offense offense na na wi afi ake za
so ta asunafo no
ya na ofa we de
asunafo no
abomi birim
na won se muani nko nse asase no extendia ediko afrancho
okay
strong strong and sana wasan extendia de beka bechem so you can imagine the vast land so no into ahine kosa na ya bompaye mo
na you vacant
avoid certain localities
no correct.
So no.
Now we official almost family to Jana.
Me chese ohine ko. Inti ya na wonnam so a no avoid certain localities.
Okay.
So na womo a womo da ho te wo be si nne. Se womo play mandatory toll levy no so no. Na wakwa kobusa womo se a free 2017 yes mandatory toll levy no. E be si nne no. Yatimi asese enipa dodo a awuo as a result of stationary vehicles be it insignificant kura no a yahwe nipa dodo a awu
na eno kura no ka nipa wuo na papa wo ka na insignificant kura mba na because
there be omo kire say
akra ba kokura awu akra ba kokura frima etimi ana nipa efrima na I'm not concerned about numbers. But Okraba Kokran Yashir Noah.
I just say a year manifestly avoidable. A year manifestly avoidable. Now, some of honey say, ya na any pebi itime ejije or how at the ma a dominoso. It's commercial drivers. I want to apply various highways. And Tennessee. Now, a few people. I want to nam a year a chrome finfi. Entimi enka so many timi use social media na ye ka na se manjering so we a commercial driver na wonnam various highways
in so a
e Ghana ha
na won hazard
who the risk wo mkomu enu nti chietimi segregate na ye yen segregate na ye ma commercial vehicles because a meme ha na meme nim say boss ba ko pe enya problem ewo eye yakwe
okay
enya problem o yakwe o
yakwe be nko
yakwe atese wo yedru stewards won weni ena ya clear ekwan no na eye mi wo faase Eric or free at the recovery truck. Once I dance in Chichemu,
Yeah.
recovery no a different from towing.
Towing no.
Towing no a simpler. Towing no hunika.
Okay.
But recovery no
is
the key. Because the big one now a cotton chemu and all
recovery free.
It hear more skill.
So the basic when one sakra now but two.
Now when him say oh year free a year lady D hono
lady Dana hono.
Edi ababe si a year first petrol station ya utwemu ya kwedi ba lady D hono petrol station na
right.
Testamentia and I say one of them.
Yes.
I just open a year 500 meters. A year 3,000 cities.
Wow.
3,000 cities.
I said okay, dear bank cry.
500 meters. Now or 3,000 cities. Now you need excuses I did to a man way same. I fay and now what the truck na besi ho. Now no a year Alaji Tijani. Na the truck. Eko and na a chain. A year abobo ya. A chain abobo ya no. And abobo ya no susu ebu war.
Oh, okay.
Ebu war no. And na a coco bo Marco Polo. A year enim.
Oh.
The normal me and san. And na ase wa Marco Polo no.
Okay.
A year windscreen me no. 7,500.
Okay.
And na a year ne driver's mirror. 5,500.
Hey.
And na wiper blade. Bano. A year 1,000. And the cost of fixing the your friend is saying. And also so a year 1,000. It nina no. Abobo ya say truck no achi. Abobo ya no. And abobo ya no abo war no. And a war na buo. And a bo bass no. It ya wiakete no. Na ye 15,000 cities.
Wow.
Enti Alaji Tanko.
Wow.
Our president of Ghana Articulator Travel Drive. When the media kajina mu, a man, almost 8,000. And the two ho was ADAKABRI Mahmudu. Anka se jina mu. And sana. Enti yebe na what yachi and almost 7,000 akadebeba.
Oh.
Na se wujina kwa mfimfim. Na cost to be a bit me about when in now so. Na young ko abakwa semu. Dia yeah. Eye nyamitei. Kwame nkrumah ma nyamitei be ye SIC.
Okay.
Because obeko akosai obi ade. Alaji Tanko 15,000 ne ye. Alaji Tanko de be di akagina mutu ya 8,000. E de ba say okay, me susu mi ko di ho say oh, Alaji Tanko de minimum no we
7,000 na
7,000 de what de beba. E na timi de tusu. Nti sa akagina mu no. Eno ne Kwame nkrumah sa time. Na e ban say yes, say obi adia ni akodwa atoa. Wabu obi nam, wakum nipa, no akodwa risk a motoka ekuta no. Na Kwame Nkrumah ye no kofa HP nyametei. Iti nyametei no di ka ye SIC man no. Enu nti na woko SIC. Eye police headquarters wa. Sa da ikese ye no nyametei house.
Oh, okay.
Enti time Kwame Nkrumah ye man nyametei no. Ansa ena na wu da akon.
Yeah.
Ofri Asante Dwabe. Oni ni nua pagini Mr. Wu. Eti na wu da akon na be Vanguard. Oni ni first private person or take private insurance company. Na enti na aban share mra say. Time bia wo de car si eye public thoroughfare. E wo se wutimi nya de be nea. Eye insured against third party losses.
Yeah.
So say mandatory third party losses. Say obekwa akosai obi ade. Na yeto man we mu ama yentimi nchirem ama obi say se wono okuta 4x4 afimu ya begi ni 30 cities. Afimu ya begi ni 30 cities. Enti mempene if it's a mekano break it down. Mekano enye den break it down. Na kokoshe risk and crofonam. Iti commercial motor vehicle for commercial driver for so private for na ekasa mumi segregate ade no.
Okay.
Na risk woman nam highways so face here no. Wait, tafudie ya saba na so
tafudie no.
Wadum. Unse ka tafudie ya unse tafudie so nipa mienu ase.
Nipa mienu. Oh, okay.
2017 6 2 in a matter of 4 days.
Yakọ enu.
We ko ni man sa. Now we become a statistic. What do Marakwa? It is our truck, not what do Marakwa?
Okay.
I am mere Minia Penny Coffee Job, a truck. Now she say,
Coffee Job contracted.
Aha, what Marakwa? Strong no. And now, not do Marakwa, Coffee Job, where to me by Yejume. And they said, I sprinters in the Orban or the Abu Manipamino. A woo. Now, Israel for any Arabs in Tokwa. Who Israel niba kwa DNC. Na esa yeno yam value enipa enkwa.
Lives no.
Yam value nipa nkwa. Ene upe tuka ahomache no mienu. Efri kumase. Se wo bank nan. Na hwe se unye twem wo dwoso. Konongo. Asankare. Breku forest. Fodwa. Asuna. Hwe se ubetimi ahu wanim beyond 20 meters ana. To Kumasi 2 a.m. Na hwe ubetimi ahunu wanim beyond 20 meters ana. Fog. Na car fog light no kra no. Unim say dey so no.
Of your son is saying.
Mimi ubusame. Ofopi fog light wo car no. Unim say dey so fog light no. And na aye mist no so san ba so a. Na assign asoso adidi windshield no. Di mister and dey
mister. I said the mister na na windshield na nim no. Un say wona ma na enum ni nyina na e foji sa na mister no.
Miguzu busa. Di mister no.
Di mister no. And e be di mister mister na dey free. The mister with the mist. The mist.
Because instrument panels no.
Yeah.
And then nipa bebre kura kuta share no a instrument panel no.
Yeah.
And
no me also na.
Strong. And then there's a truck and I'm hwa.
Yeah.
Truck and I'm hwa. XF DAF and a CF. Oko hwemrika obetu. Na no chese such the tobufuo a kwanye fast so a truck e shia bus. A bus ni busome eni adaduanan. Won say your friend say nana poko agiman akoyi eye new Kia.
Okay.
Eni adaduanan yo. Okay. Enna ensuo na guguo. Enna eye truck no. Oni di mister. Into ohunu
na nim ni ye.
Ohunu na nim ye. Nanka common sense would tell you say enka paki. At one packet.
Okay.
One packet o and wo ba na wa cross line no. Now first kwakwa hwes me wa fa mu akwata. Kwakwa hwes road markings at the same.
Oh yeah, 100 years.
Road markings at the same. Enti akwane ba na onim di mister no kura. And na waka say wo di mistake.
Wo di mistake.
So no and na fog so no ebi ni ho. And wo de spotlight mum atoto nkrofo ani. And say wo di koko shia bus.
Bus no.
Bus eni adaduanan brand new $225,000.
Wow.
Ni patim na bus no
japade ne nkwa
and say bus no or they say bus no. As these are the risk. The identity commercial bus drivers, commercial bus operators, commercial drivers, intimate nothing can say yen segregate net ye de yentimi enya den and remove sa trucks
in free ho
stationary vehicles. Na Ghana ni at the $30 million in 2012. Akwakoto a year equipment since 2012 or the $30 million. 133 trucks. 133 trucks and a go on into wine on my beam and now make me a investment $33 million. At 9 years in 133 trucks. 133 trucks and a
kakrebi pena you operation.
Nano ukonya problem na prosifo and idea anymore. The prosifo bobo. Ma a year company anymore bo.
No bobo no afre.
To on the prosifo na bobo. I just was a prosifo no enya wo mo de daso. Na way and yes sa bass no sa coach no ka ontua 80 cedis a year. The bibi sa na ye na free ho. 80 cedis a year. And now you say Debbie. And yeah, one more commercial bus drivers no, and your commercial operators no, and I say Debbie. A clutch for a woman and nim social media you see. And now almost a nipa bakubia, your friend Joseph Sianwa Japan, and almost or no as a person. And you almost share and share ne da hono. Obi akaso obeye bi. Ana yesi da bia man
ya na.
Eso so da bia no, se wa Japan no, oso no de nyame bo no say on make create companies. And what this are. Now no say kwabra man for can say. Ya pa yan kan anon say aban fa edit mra. En kan che se wa Japan say 1 year you pay 200,000 metric tons of rice. What the anon say aban say. You pay 200 metric tons of rice. What the buy you beton the amount. Let's say se Japan on my yen kudua mo na na. Miami nua coach Frederick Che.
Fred Che.
Be say mo no be no the amount. Na de wo mo ni say abani ntua ne kampa or what the capacity say otimi bobusia etiaka abani ntua ne ka na me offer se majere mo mu sika da no obedient at the time sir $30 million or the kokoto towing trucks no em say mu $10 million kwa no e bosia from EcoBank.
Okay,
nti what interested that so eso nipa dasaniti ha na ye agi achinye obi nim de komuo obi ti abrochie ko cleaning anopa wo ko cleaning and wakoye adwuma 1 hour and so wakoye the main job eso ye Ghana say obi ye cleaning 1 hour 2 hours wo mo ye see ye tia no a why e ya kan no they don't tell people say e ya ahomache adwuma obi sori ko ahomache koye where 1 hour 2 hours no wie enti ye tua na according to 1 hour 2 hours no. Hey, obi aye adwuma ne yesisi no. Obi aye adwuma ne yesisi no. Ni nyina ne se eye nipa dasane bi. Na nipa se yetia no. Na se ye anyi sa no manoma na mfiri ho. Ya bia ye betena radio so. Betena radio so 2014. Yeti ha sei. Na me nu engineer kwabra je Japan. Woni OPK. Evans na na drive car no o mo kokoto car twene ye e wo ensam ha say sakro no so kra your friend sandboard
sandboard
o dey call search utwam search krom no akọ sandboard no akọ kwaf krom
yeah
so no now what is a slight depression bi o watwam wo ade so jan ensam de to aso krom na to aso friend saying aduagiri nti aduagiri overpass now be turn left e dey akọ ade so no unya tra ho wie na what depress it friends or you go from pawn shop a petrol station go it will veg to the right na no wo sha se so wo be fra depression bi o honom mo se na you kiki kakra bi e ho na Evans e de kan duru ye ne nsu ato e na sa depression kakra bi and say car no e lose control abra je Japan nyame nko a ne ti aya ba bi ti ya na nem ti
okay
e ye mi sun na I say accident ni si accident ni si na ayese we me we de onyame hu nipa we de onyame say
o say ade na esi na say menwa hu ni say we chiri na mom esi na afia wo ma no abete say na hu nipa bi e ka ho na hu say ade na say e ben wo pa
ade be ya hello nam say hello how are you today I say I'm not fine nam say aden or say a family friend's mother is dead. She was involved in yesterday's accident. I even saw her in my dream today. Oh.
Wow.
So no. I would say, Obi mame involved in an accident. And we I would say, neba Adamfo. And me wa fast. And me wa fast. Be catch him say me hon to me. I would nim see I can't say we. And so watch him say ne hon to ne because na dam for them mame ewu as a result of road accident.
Wow.
And yet you and ya personalizing nipa ba akufo bi say Joseph Sen Japan Joseph into your mind bang and na wutimi ya investment for $30 million 9 years munie ekoto operating equipment for 133 and the CCC one all because ya ji say
so na to bro no
ya ba ji sika dia
no what for ono man no contract ya na so no man is agreement
bi no wo mo tna ba bi a wo so betna na obi beba aba be ye and I'm saying segregate na highways no yanya ho adwuma yanya highways na adwuma na private for no entrance na haya because all transport private for no e de wo ma no atum yampene enye wo mu na ewuo enye wo mu na ewuo na risk no our highway no so enti wo hwe ma legislative instrument no kwa wa make a distinction says the wuja wo ka si ho no mo a ewo ekurom a within 1 hour wan hwa me anyam free kwan mu ho no mo a na as a result of wuja si ho no
na BBC
accident si na causal link no ekosisi say eye car na wuja si ho no no a wo no watomra and we say highway so de the car ni si ho 2 hours. So when you free ho na accident see na ye hwe causal link na nexus na na say e wo car na na say this one no when you within 2 hours no and I wato da benda and what say ya publicized case be say obi ja case kwan
there be and them inti bi da over
ni nyina ne say obeka say me ko eye kawo na ho akoji sika no e de aba abehwe
obeba na ba bi dio na ye hwena no hanya sa na esi we ye hwena no ke
ye enti na ye mandatory insurance third party losses enti na ye social security national insurance draft I kutu a champion na ye 1974 was it and na cap 30 e de ba snit ni nyina ne say wa wakoye wadwuma no snit for so say yent aban se yenti usika ni bi na employer no so amfa bi nka ho na snitting fancy ma ade na ntimi nka se mia na me de me ho
ntimi a mesie
mia me de misika besie me koma ho me diem na ahia me kura mfa me ho why do you say that why don't you say that
na aban no dia ma man no bed
na yete ho no ma na ya jato wo se obi mfa na no ntum se ya mpene e ma ye ntimi 30 cedis a year 30 cedis a year to protect me and protect other motorists against stationary vehicles. And yet, you actually brofacus, you actually brofacus, and you're down so almost. And you're down so almost so.
But someone say, your baby engagement. So, what's the National Road Safety Authority for baby? Can I say, who being here say, you be doing good.
Why do you
know? You be doing good. Na, yasan green who be him. The baby said, you are working in and Roma say, you did. A quadrium when you quite
commercial for commercial for engine to normal for private phone in Sing.
I am the big cassette now. Stationary vehicle said our kind. The Padodo Saint Crown or Madame Casa Quacopimo, the casualties be say at the Abroma. But and Americanos, I mean, I question yes, here. Also, and Radia say now. News portals ni be can say ni part 30, ABC ni part 6. Na president crowd tweet ni part 30. And now, na me say numbers in who here. But the first thing he said, Accra, Yashre Accra. Yashre say Bakokra na.
Accra.
Nipa Efrim. Esa yashre be at the far.
Bridge be 1.8 kilometers between Essex and Essex ne the other side you see I'm review
Essex this Sussex ne
Sussex new Sussex
yo
dia kura yeah
one day
so Essex ne Kent a link Essex ne Kent and the Thames River no and a twa woman into bridge no 1.8 kilometers na Queen Elizabeth II bridge
okay
into ano e fasoro na afa Thames no so and na ye sign ewo tunnel eno so enam Thames na se
okay
enso so ye friend Dartford tunnel into the enam so na se ne Dartford tunnel and na bridge no so ye Queen Elizabeth II bridge
okay
na tetedo ye nyanya Queen Elizabeth II bridge no na ye nyina no mienu fa cross from Essex to Kent. Na mienu cross from Kent to Essex. And then 9 namase. Na anyi sika ye agye. Emframa kura bo. Na emframa ni speed no exceeding 50 kilometers per hour per.
Okay.
Na ya blocko esoro ho no say ye ma obia emfa bridge no so. Na fe no ya divert say munyina no enkonko fa tunnel no. So na tunnel no so na join M25 no from Kent to Essex.
Okay.
Nenye sika ayeje. Na omu use Land Rover Defender 110 EB and 85. A short wheelbase no.
Okay.
Na Marjorie ma bibi empra say ki. I was a tunnel na see
okay.
I was a bridge no so. Se chacha no. Se womu di more than 2 minutes to move to rescue you. Just omatomra.
Omatomra. Oh.
BB 1.8 meters no 1.8 kilometers no bridge no was no and a tunnel no so down so BB to was here na within 2 minutes say sir a year 85 defender Land Rover no ma am a rescuer etiayo na yen chasing free baby ni nyina ye de ahye sika no a utua for a tonum ye de ahyem so you even don't get to see it but omo pese omo avoid the accident omo yere omo pese omo avoid accident na utan drew eye Calais eye south of France right Calais should be north of France
okay
now free Calais echo Paris okubusa say e kwan na wonam so no ya je wosan and then 35 euros
okay
and then just at the time I me kura me to 20 and then they say do 30 35 I didn't know yaji was sika no oma yakra ede billboards so CCCC highway no so I'm say E34
okay
a trans European highway no I'm say E34 so no now wonam so sa was say why do ne kura beda say wo kwa na unhunu hwe no ntino and oma de billboards CCCC it was na bia Freeman and the photo that's why no did kakra now okwa no ahia we
it's not billboards na draw attention
kakra now sika ne yaje free wo ma de sa sign na gina CCC wo no na ya sign na ya akwakoboa na de bia wanya kwampa dandan ya to man we mu besi ne akwakoto 180,000 platinum Toyota Land Cruiser na wakwakodu tobo na watua 1 city imagine
what you are 1 city
what you are 1 city e wo tobu for what you are 1 city o e wo tobu for
yes do yes you are 1 city
yes you do na you are 1 city o na share risk e wo highway no so I would do $185,000 black edition no crowd would do $200,000
they do 200,000
black edition no would do not just a share risk no we sit down now what the aye marble e the aye no war na e ho no depression ama atecha beta ho na nkrofo e the omo ka na mateche no ma pew na gu ne marble war no pew na nam so na enya sika nkrofo ma na ahia wo mu ntino na wafa obi a wa han no na obu nsu a ye pe bia no ma bi nya bi no na o the hose pipe no the paper marble war no o the paper na eni 30 minutes na obi asaba pew na kwa gu marble war no where are we headed where are we heading? But yentimi anka mom anka say enipa dodo a yetipo mu ase no se fie ne satana ye nyina yanhwe the cost of doing the road uko baby enkran London ye friend Bishop's Avenue with the free Islington Archway Islington Edinburgh Hampstead free friends Royal Free Hospital kwan bi o Bishop's Avenue omo na ye omo kwan enti sankiati ase nanka ye nyina ye ka bom ene say but obia twen government of Ghana yet ya say Trasako opposite ya Trasako factory no opposite and na bridge ye faso bridge ye faso no and na bridge no abuo
okay
and na miami nua bia osisi adan your friend Ajekum
okay
Ajekum no Tyler and on Trasako ye adwuma na Ajekum si na papa Ajekum Villas Ajekum si dampa and Ajekum am yakututu was say ono na eye bridge no and na be say oho ni na Ajekum am say we two kwan use ni ho yenye na nim first house Ajekum eye bridge no first house no former minister na te wo
okay
ni opposite say so ye doctor na te wo former minister nto aso the nche so no eye lawyer bi na te wo na me pese bubo wo mu nyina dini ansana your friends want somebody say so
I know one more person abandon
business woman be netwo etiafo mo for no ba wie ha no obi isi ni de wonya wie tita akwa ne nya hu no afa ni asakwa no so opposite one no osofo kese pa ye ka Ghana asofo e won so netwo
o kan ubie
won so ayi nani na osori urade afa na osofo kese na chiri no ansa na mia menua ye very say Afro Capitola Francis Poku
Afro
ne ba Francis so na ne dan to aso Francis de no so no ne sewa Auntie Margaret anete wo ansa na Mr Hagen on so ye adwuma UN one ne ma amemi de memo me de ne matra memi de no ade akọ Akna Hotel asan ade akọ eso na na du sei obi anka se yenka mom
yeah Monjeje kakra na gamo fanye
sa bridge no
entiam
say na ye Ajekum ahin no say den kwa menye and and was
sana ko no chance ye na ma jeje nkakra na
John and was menye na se ya ntena se na se de bibia betwen ye de bibia betwen your mindset no mumia work on it na and new so with $185,000 Toyota Land Cruiser no watua 1 cedi
na no kra wa mutua mpo wa mutua
asoso
wa mu ya se oduwa pempem no watwam
fasoso
oduwa no watwa ontua mpo kra asa na kenye ya
fasoso
ontua enso na ye prese ye pekwan pa
fasoso
ne ya afa wa muntua mpo ontua so wa fa ana ya rekose because no many be o say that we can no e say ye twen aban ansa debi ye nyina ye besu afre aban obi esu frɛ
emu yadodo there's a needless debts avoidable debts
wa fa kwansia ne de in fact say ye biba ye me hu ni say ye nya hwe because there be an statistics na ba beto dwa no akwansia numbers ne kwa na ekoso
ɛna o ka kyerɛ me no
numbers ne kwa na ekoso
ufra komandan na akɔ nkenkan su na akɔ afrancho na akɔ tanoso na akwa sempa na ye na aye abofo enje so mu nyina na aye offenso north so no na ode ebaaye na emu aya papa adia chine se wonka statistics no so a eho
na wada nyame ase wada nyame ase because enye easy
emu aya Majari
over
yamra na memra me interview ba ko bi me interview ba ko what ya na
what over
Nit 100.9 FM Suni. Now time just about gone 2:30 and today Wednesday November 3 2021. Na yes see ADAKABRI we say and Enra and Vice President of the Republic Utimi Koye ekokotna ho ma digitalization Ghana yabakwasema na ewumu na ode mu nsem nyina ede brayen nti ebehwe na yetimi ede abafom na yehu sede yede efufuo yeden ebeko akwakobo nti yente yaso na interview no ebeba in a minute na yetimi adu response bi so ewo ho ana na yetimi ahwe bia response bi so a ewo ho no na yetimi de eno so aye adwuma nti awiei empenifo so beba aba betenase empenifo so beba betenase empenifo no so ba so betenase ya eno so no yetimi ahwe de atoto nti ade no etentene tie wo mu an se wo kura no wote ase sen na wo san hwe time no so na ye fen sen time no na aye Manchester United de bo Arsenal so bo asesen ye se enipa no ehwe ye no na yenhwe se de eno so bi siako nti interview no ebeba sisi ya na yahwe na film lady so edi anum eno so ya etese eno so asem de stories no edoso papa ti yemu so na afie no intimi enhwe emfa entoto na gusunete nit 100.9 FM Majari Bray anopa awie daily guide was saying daily guide was saying
daily guide or the about to adwabin some no and no five power say dwabin MC no ne no post for action no
as aluta cheze ya twa na no asem say won go fie
na my granting bills they say dwabin some the offer say no SP Krabem special prosecutor
Krabem say ebnada November 9
no mienu na o wana kache e just wa to na no o wa hwe say bribery allegations and said ya some no enti edaha na some dey deja enti
na obi so obi bribe no me discount man na wanyima dey na che say bribe
enti
wo se le mu ayedin ama na so e dey je
kakration
je kakration ne safa ma dey ma me anya sa se bu ehu nti no wanyina de o wa mu nyina mu betua akwa ba ko che se na ne ka si fitem ache
dimika twa be yi
kakra ne saka e watimi akọ UK na fitem a boni we na Yeah. Hey, did you have the moya no?
The demo no. Demo wana say a bribe. Say a ubina uhiam one or the one seems a nina no. Samana.
A luta one never do no some ubegay.
Eh, Samo. A luta
bro. Adriana. One of one do some ubegay.
Na Ghana ha say why be him naka. Sabaku bin so am say soro ho de no so mete say no so mo reject you am say soro ho be aluta de akwa say amama ka ya betifi abetifi honorable Samala Samoa ano ye aban krache e wa betifi ano so say na enya asem keto akra na mama kai sa de ne pa nti ye hwe de be free maba ofa
de be free maba
say ye hwe say so far so obekọ SP1
yeah.
Posi for no so atoto na no na wo mo granted the bill.
Oh, ebekwa kuja no SP. Ade.
So obekọ
ebekwa kuja no SP. Ebekwa kuja. E de ne ehunu na say ade.
Asemo.
Posi mu mo fama no. Na na ku amu abo aten na o Ablikuma Central. Good afternoon, ADAKABRI. The digital vice president yesterday proved to us the sense of driving our economy with the digital transformation agenda. We are maintaining Chairman Divan Utu Agorom of the MPP, Itakra. Yeah, we maintaining no. I say the answer to all this is poverty of the mind, the poverty mentality, no. Palakuku and all kind of stuff. I say good afternoon, ADAKABRI. I'm happy that Kwabena Mafu. Mr. Bangasa. Okay. Right. Was a good day, offer. I just joined you. I remember people across the country spoke on radio kicking against the living in the country. I don't know what Ghanaians want in this country. Both educated and non-educated spoke angrily to the policy, making it look as if those behind the policy hate the citizens in the country. We are sick as a people in this country. Familati, and num amam from, and or they Efria, or they Ebaye. Was a good afternoon, Raja ADAKABRI Mahmudu Usyuma. I'll say your mention of the accident at Akumadan, a mandatory levy which government wanted to implement a few years back, and some true known Ghanaians kicked against. I, Peter, wish to urge you to advocate on your highly rated program in Minding for government to send the matter as a bill to Parliament, so something will be done about it. If my memory is right, in the space of just 3 years, about 50 persons have been bent on that same particular stretch involving long journey buses. Please also start a hashtag, implement mandatory route to tax now. I'm saddened that my people from the north, not that they are more Ghanaian than the rest, who use that route to the south for business and other reasons, die all the time on that stretch in particular. I've been sad since hearing news yesterday. God be with you, Mr. Ernest FRIMPONG MANSO and Magjer Wasajman. Peter, Nungwa, and Odifreya, for the Ebaye. I say, good day, ADAKABRI. What is the essence of Dr. Baumia's lectures if the masses are hungry and impoverished? What bearing has it got to do with the value of the Ghanaian cedi to the dollar or pound sterling? Or did the lecture bring the price of fuel downwards? Why is it that Baumia is no more talking about the exchange rate? When the cedi was 3.20 to the dollar, he was all over the place proposing untested economic theories which has no relevance to the present condition. What a tragedy. Masha, Dakra, and Ode Ebaye. I say, over, to be honest with you, as for those ill-bad advice, we the youth will not take it. 1,000 cedis for hotel. This is a week pa me dey ma there. Enya adwuma. So be kwa 1,000 cedis. So no. When you scared. When you scared. ADAKABRI, please, hey, 1,000 cedis pa. Please, ADAKABRI, I need 3,000 cedis to revive my dressmaking shop. Oh. Please help me. I beg you, sir. Yes, Stephen, our Pantan village, no diaba. Or per 3,000 offers in 1,000. Maybe 1,000 you. Everywhere was choked last night listening to the Messiah in economics, Dr. Baumia, by setting the record straight through digitalization. In Shraba Nelka, and now on also Odi we say bye. Now, I say good afternoon, Zuma. All my Jerry knows are a Prampransa and King from a number of Udumasi near Coco. So I'm Prampransa Queen as I open. My Jerry. Hey, when you meet him, a Prampransa Queen. And a cake from Kaswa American House. Kaswa American Town, Kinky House. Also, why is NDC shaking and shivering this morning? And on also or day Abba. Also, ADAKABRI, please ask the statistical service when the MOP app money for the enumerators would be paid. Omoko here statistical service Jumano. Yentri Omoka. And then the BS I did the cost rama. A year and so just a cam will be to be answered music am. Say, thank God for the life of His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Baumia. His lectures yesterday shows clear that God has ordained him as the next president of Ghana. And Odiaba. Abilinungwa and no. I say good afternoon. I say I'm enjoying the show inside Queensland with Akwasuya Kwedu, Edgewell Road, Mama Lou, Camberwell, Prince, Sandra, and Akufi, Queensbury, and Akwasuya Champion, also Cancer Green, Mamiama, Canning Town, Gloria upon Amponsa or Coventry University, Patrick Osajefo, or Milton Keynes, Master P, and Odinina Ediaba. I say happy birthday to little Nana Kwame, Nana K in Harrow, North London, who turned 3 years today. It's Nana K, Mom and Dad loves you so much. And Ode Abba, Master P dear, on Charon. I say good afternoon, Wafa. I need your help. My name is Domi Pilatu, or your trot roommate, and Ode Abba. Now, what's Wafa? The digital Baumia have spoken, giving NDC propaganda communicators a sleepless night. Indeed, Ghana is moving forward. Ibo, na onososo ode eba ye. Mystic, wonder inside Nswama Dwajiri. Serious person will never take Dr. Baumia serious because he's a known talkative, theoretical and textbook economics and nothing else. How far with the CD dollar rate? Where is the sky train and one police, one bulletproof? Corruption has become so attractive and a social intervention under the leadership of Dr. Baumia and Ode Abba. ADAKABRI, may Almighty God bless and grant you all your wishes. Long life by Manoba Steven, Pantan Village, and Ode Baye. Haruna Abba Betnasi, Nti Yamanaka. Kingsley Haruna Amariba. Now, what is saying?
Over. Already, Adam. Down and so the men quite me.
You are looking splendid.
But as my mama Hana mean chow crew on way you may be.
Yeah.
In French, I can see some tea for Mutie.
Right.
Now, mean Chammy, mamma, the Timpani MP.
Yes.
Honorable leader. Leadership of the NDC. Equally.
Oh, this is a Timpani and MP, and a Garuso and an MP.
Demarcation about 2012.
Oh, that's nice. Into Timpani, Garu, Boku, Central, Zebila, and now why be in the country? Binduri, yeah, and a Pussiga into 6 seats.
In the Kosak.
And because Naja said, Naja says, yeah, no, landmass, no, money I have for landmass, which I bear saying. Because the Pussiga or no far tip on them.
Yes,
yeah, with the upper Isikakla, Boku belt, one I yeah, just say. Yedi free Zebila, Boku Central, Pussiga, Binduri, Garu, any Timpani, and I walk on some cacrache because we are dressing on the other trans here, also class force one good school beam. As you mean, say, and Mama Yaragaqua, maybe your neighbor.
Mahama Yarga crew or a mammy crew, and a patrilinear.
Okay, to Ubeko, Sunday, or Timpani more. Okay,
who's a Timpani constituency, a share boundary with Togo.
Togo,
share boundary with Togo.
Oh, not just as a Gulungugu Wakakra.
Yeah, Kulugu, and any Pussiga.
Pussiga, that is the tip, no?
Exactly. Indeed, we can in the eastern side, you know. Yene Togo in the bush here. Yene Burkina so alenke kakra. Ne dia behia ga. Na pusiga so ne Burkina. Ademwa adia besi how do you call the Boko Central side or no. So now so almost they are turning towards the how do you call it? How do you call it?
You know who? Now I want about how.
I want to remember and just the geography of the area. No, if I were to have the map here, I can give you.
You need to have a map before you can describe your area.
Exactly, but no. And yeah, me area me wo. Some area there. So do a year. Udu Bolaga. Bolaga is the regional capital. From Bolaga, Congo, and then you are moving towards Tili Forest. The Tili Forest is where the Kusasa traditional area begins. And at least you should all the way towards Burkina Faso.
But you should mention say Uchemo Zwarungu because Mimi Shumikrum is Zwarungu.
Zwarungu before Bolaga Tanga. You get to there. Yes, 2% make this the entire region in the offend the age mamu. And they just say, who do me cook in Pisco, but me call Wesley Jollof. We are not better hat.
But you are now also familiarized with the geographical location of
for sure
where you hail from.
That familiarity there for that one there, I know.
And Chebeka Kana Ube. Nayadana Malabadi, Namisa Malabadi Nanka Momono Busa.
No, you see, the Kusas and the Frafra. In fairness, I share the entire northern region. I think the majority of ethnic groups are common lineage. Nagbewa. So Nagbewa had, I think, 4 children. The first female, the first one was Oba, Obiri, Sitobu, Mantambo, and Tahiri. These are the 3 children. So, and the death of Nagbewa, in fact, into tradition, Papa no one just
vanished.
One vanished or share form. No, when you could do the baby, we are from Noah. On a by main Canada
tourist attraction.
A by tourist attraction and
it
is the native shrine area. So the tribes in the northern belt all the way to Burkina Faso are split within or among these 4 children when on descendant. First son, second son, third son, and then the first daughter's generation. So inti Ushe Kasa no Krampua, so Utie Tase Kasa, Frafra, Mosi, and Dagomba, are identical. Mampusi for and Mampusi also.
And Chineke 5
languages, they're very much identical. Just that the rhyming and the words and they're quite different. But we are very identical because of the background where we all.
Oh, I didn't say Mosi for na breaking.
Yeah, but you see, colonial.
And I'm Mosi for no kudio. And I'm Mampusi for ne. It became present day Upper East and it became present day North East.
Exactly. Then it's all as a result of artificial boundaries they are created here.
Just Bruni na Moyana into the mic.
The physical boundaries, so to speak, doesn't wash away the traditional lineage. That's significance. Family.
It is will be a Mamprusi or Upper Easter. Okoboko ahimfi ana oba na yiri honum.
Well, offer. Don't come over there intimidating from member them.
Usa.
Me be politics, man. Me can't hear some.
Usa.
Me be politics who come over here.
I pass udi bu emma history.
Exactly.
Anyway, why you fenne pa?
Oh, kakra new offer. Without saying.
Now what see Dr. Mama de Baumia?
But if I only, I'm sorry about my home. I mean, Cassim with you. Best of my Pina Kufuado on Cassanchena boys. National security for a Castle radio soon a Kufi or more tata or Munya Yedim Grass and Tray. Yes, a Kabam can be a man who pension away. If I could believe the last Monday. Was a station back from me. For original FM.
Regia,
yeah. Also, do total filling station. Now we see a Canada DHL Hono.
It's a side road industry. North Ridge Lyceum one was
exactly. Then what 10 now call
petrol station.
Exactly.
I've ever joined man.
My program we me bar. Me ba na say Land Cruiser be a pack down ho. Can who say me ba penna or 2 year. Now on the America or ba the normal just gradually or ba no money say me fa car no. Who say also park be da ho. na me fa park no say me sane down walk of car akoja de o Medina mo say
na won nam fom
na me nam fom the car no bedu me ho no eya ben me just about 5 meters away na car no gina ye mo ka se me ben o ma ben o mo na me fa nche mo say o mo low glass na ba fom na kwa bi tim na o hwe me from the eye level hwe me din na me so ma bom me to free na me hwe no na woni nyama no so mo ye sankrofo no a me hwe mo card dashboard na ni mu a that with the presidential make a coat of arm na bom kufu so sankrofo ni so
na de no mpa je free ho
minimpo well omo hu say ye hu so mo tata ye yen kwa so mampani nsa na ban bibitu emu bia fine I don't know what will happen anyway what for me chat phobium na ubusa Dr. Baomi asem de
omo hwe awakwa na wabo hu na omo ahwe
no for you yes am hu me hu mi o obi am ye boko man hina wo fa asere bi betuma hu me no any people ba kwa wu na emprenu the worst you can do is to kill me, is that right? Yekum Haruna ne. Thousands of Haruna will rise up in the NDC, even more powerful than Haruna sitting here. And it's a when the Munya cry. Near Traho.
Ne didn't know be
in any case. Any to Jomwa. I plan to run and step on your soa. Then can say, no, Mamma Cadempo, a Bimancasa. Mampini Kufado. Was not one of them? In fact, he became the thorn on the flesh of President Rawlings's government. What demonstration? Nipa 5 Famui. What was he protesting for? A right to speech or a right to free expression? Now what pencil? We are new man in a car. Now there's opposite for them soldier for ne. On national security, vigilante boys are what training woman at the tataye. Any on here in a trial cry.
There be a no bin him the okoye.
No for me quite then. Me am a number or your former dreaming with you. Then I'm for me. I have nothing to do. Maybe and some of you can pedia, and never cause waka. Say Hannah me boss, I'm Jemfi. Yeah, they pick up Marco Bear 4 or 5. The sap was fucking to the 140 to 2 or there's a Kudia Mumuntumne car, whom best and the call national police headquarters. A courier saying. Now coaches a medium fear. Yet they 5 pickup full of police officers, fully armed. I bet you some Abba. Oh my real, and you're good here. You try any guassi or my coming.
Dr. Baomi no TVB.
Over. No question ne say. One more men person met you mukruma than say Dr. Baomi okan bi. Te ne nkomo no pa de me se me tie dia of na me boa. Me no krani mentie. Nse na hu hia me mpo metie no. Nse ne okwa ne bi fufuru bia. Na but is a quarter to send be a gun from him. But you see, I thought down. So we will feel ukrum hina benya. Oh, that job was say. And if you fail to tell your own story, people will tell it for you, and they will say so according to the terms a meet or more whims and caprices. And no be na NDC for ya Dr. Baomi at TSC mo ono so kikebi. Baomi mechanic fufuro bia. Was it digital economy? Near digital economy over. What would it to us offer some real school? Primary school ya near the coast here. Now, me digital any economy ni see near. Me primary 4 nti aseka kra me yan say. Ye de abefo kwan so adi dwuma ebeboa mo man sikasem agina. No man no chichireye ene nkankro awie peye na mpuntu aba na de ahohara aba nipa setenam na nyina ye de yi menti ase no se bi foforo wo for de be kan ho dia ende metimati menti ase no the uses of information and communication technology to enhance and promote economic growth and well-being of the general populace whilst making life easier for all of us. That is my basic understanding. And some about me can ye. Offer adefu fro be ne wom, adefu fro be anim. Indeed, abra NDC aban tie konwa so particularly during the tenure of President Mahama. Ye be hunu say ewiase kodum pemponso bi a You might be a do the person. So we ICT everywhere any year. So say abaya one of the major integral part of the global economy. The senti the mind betimi akonkan ne tumpon ne ne amanya adi nkan ne betimi no mo kesia kan ewo ewiase mu a ene fata sai yesu se den hihye ne enioma gu akwan mu a ebetimi aboa ne no mu nyina etu na mo abom ayesa ye beka chi esansa ni so de hunu ene botaya aban ne yenti omampinda da mahama aban no to no hu so sai obedi dwuma pa ewo sa abi or say ahwe ho menkan that sector of the economy. So we physical infrastructure is a road, hospitals, clinics, cheap compounds, polyclinics, and others, schools, and you kika ho president mama ban ye no a in the ICT sector also wanya hokwa abane bomode wo hopa indeed. And about me as a more kayano. A mama yanti as ye fully. Yanti a Bob President Mahamadin, near Bonnie Green Book Nukawa, na MPP for yem every. Because, accounting to the people, Green Book a year in 2015, no, a catalog all this achievement under the ICT sector. And I'll mention few of them if time allows. Over. So, page 114 of NDC Green Book now. Oba national communication towers. I wom. That national communication tower no. Our airport. Odu hwa esiwo. E ho no ya osafo mafo. Ne mabe man ba ko eye dwuma ho ko credit portfolio e man no. National Communication Authority building. E ho e na no che so a ye na court na according to source crampo allegedly say the hacking of election results and those kind of things so no free. I don't know much about that. But the point here is that I'm not your office, it's that building. The building is a National Communication Authority, a dino. So the proper place of operation by National Communication Authority. At the same time, they can get the fully needed equipment to monitor communication and telecommunication space of the country. The telecommunication spectrum, right? And the airwaves. No more making sure say mobile companies activities no are fully monitored to ensure that the required tax also are buying any free no, they pay the taxes to the government. So NDC put up that building and it is functioning in that regard. And which the page 116 the National Data Center kakraka aye pages you MPP for sorry almost say and the NDC better bem for the past 8 years, yanya bibia amfa national identification card no. Ghana card as it's popularly called. Over. You can put the chariot before the horse. Where do you store it? In fact, the systems you need the infrastructure to enable the systems to function. I believe, sir, studio YTA. Kadai we ensi hwa of a studio we can run it here and I bit my answer. What mean for console fidie ka ho e fan ko sika kwa ho semi running TV station or radio station. You can't do that. You need a full furnished infrastructure properly and well equipped in order to carry out activities or person running as far as radio is concerned. And until we built the National Data Center and the National Data Center now is the biggest in West Africa. NDC government did that. We were preparing the country for the digitization system that have become part of our global economy, that have become part of our lives as a people. So NDC government did that. Over me read if you make a NDC, son a brilliant team, communications. The communication sector has contributed greatly to Ghana's economic growth over the years. President Mahama is making a further strenuous effort to leverage development. Many far-reaching interventions have been initiated to further develop the sector. This include National Data Center, like I said earlier, ISC I1 Your friend be saying business process outsourcing, BPS Center. That BPS Center to NDC build it to ensure say so your babu now pejumaya you can easily, on the tip of your phone, you can check out all vacancies available in any government agencies, and you make application for same. And all so public sector, private sector also it was a platform where you just upload your data over there. These are the vacancies available in this organization and all of that. So your you can go online, you search it, and you get vacancies there. And no apply. Then the Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic project. That Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic project, was built to link over 120 communities from Keta through Kwando all the way to Napanduri, Boku, and Tamale. This Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic cable cost the government 37 million euros. And the main idea for that project was to make sure that Yabama or Mino Anya the highest internet speed. And in fact, as we speak, Ghana is rated as one of the fastest internet countries in the West African sub-region. Who did that? It was done by the NDC government. The project as part of it, the E-Transform Ghana project, and also the E-Transform Ghana project, the Broadcasting ICT for All, Enhanced Community Information Centers, ECIC, and then throughout all the regions, yes, you see information and communication centers throughout all the 10 regions as the then was. In fact, OSHA page 120 and 121 captures all the regions, the places that you see those projects in Inano have been captured and fully stated, and the status of those projects. Among all, the e-services portal. That e-services portal was Government of Ghana website. That's a super highway. Now, Obi person who says government services. You can go to that platform, you log in, and your area of interest, you go there and you do anything that you want to do. There's service and person who says, yeah, you can do it. This include passport application, birth and death registry office. You can apply for that. Municipal assemblies, driving licenses. In fact, police, CID record, Food and Drugs Authority, Ghana Tourism Authority, Ministry of Communication, National Communication Authority, and all of that. In fact, this was the platform which was launched in 2014. So by the time NDC leaves office, near critical platform we are already. And in some about me at the problem on the back nothing. You came to meet the existing infrastructure, and you were just imitating some and changing their names. There have not been any new thing added so far. I was expecting Baumia to also say, NDC Bahama government, it's the National Data Center. But who's the National Data Center? Maybe data Yakutano, and me installing now as on my Ebia, a bit more store 75%. Yeah, buy the 25 and up account, you see, 100. Did he say that? No. I was expecting Baumia. Say NDC Bahama government, build the Eastern Corridor for our optic line. We have also built Western Corridor or Northern Corridor or Central Corridor fiber optic line. Otumika Ubisa. Nothing. Just went there, engaged in the usual propaganda gimmicks, and ended up by saying, NDC are buying, haven't done anything, and therefore, Omoye Bibi extraordinary. But you see, there is one thing Dr. Baumia conveniently avoided, and he will avoid it. We better I won't say, with all due respect to His Excellency the Vice President, you see, Baumia, I will call Baumia my father, because I can call Baumia my father.
And would you call your father by his first name or family name?
Mekana Baba, according to a tradition.
Exactly. So call Dr. Baumia Baba.
I am on the political platform, so.
About the family name,
when we meet, we share with you. We will all accordingly. So this is the political platform, therefore.
But the deal I was saying,
Dr. Mahamadou, Dr. Mahamadou, the Vice President. You see, campaign time na trim. We are in serious business as a country, and it's very unfortunate. And I'm so sorry to say this. Google have identified our Vice President as a liar. I don't know how true.
How?
Oh yes. For instance, enter Dr. Baumia or Google. Near Google, no. I don't think it is the best.
No.
But I am expecting at the same time that Dr. Muhammad Bawumia should not allow himself to be used for this propaganda project. Something he did from 2012, particularly from 2012, all the way to 2016. And eventually you are in office. To me, I'm a for the mamo. Sit back and reflect. And ask yourself, to me, have I done what Ghanaians asked me to do? In any case, here's someone about Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, time I'm to opposition, or can't about Bemo, and see whether or not Dr. Bawumia yesterday was being truthful to the people of this country. At the same time, you're juxtaposing someone against the realities at the moment. You say, Ampa, and Nyoma, and said the Okana.
Ugugu Dr. Bawumia, Dr. Bawumia Kekekrano Gugu ya Beba, Muhammadu Bawumia, Vice President of Ghana. Muhammadu Bawumia is a Ghanaian economist, a banker, and the current Vice President of Ghana. He assumed office on January 7, 2017. Born 1963, October 7, 58 years, at Tamale. Spouse, Samira Bawumia. New Patriotic Party. Education, University of Buckingham. Simon Fraser University. Tamale Senior High School. India men can be why?
Data and the biography what kind of.
But when I googled Bawumia, they buy you know.
Call the political activities, sir.
I but person just can't say Google Bawumia. It me Google and they buy my
Google bet a lot of interface. So you choose
a lot of interface.
You choose the area of interest. But overwhelming. Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, the Vice President, His Excellency, I brought me back Bem as a vice presidential candidate for the MPP. I bought back call Ghana for the same. Bosia pa de Bosia Omobida. Because Sika yen here the teacher of mine, Sika will crum her. And you be Omoba Bem one of the boss. Mampeni Kufado. That Ghana ye carried in saying 120 billion Ghana cedis. From Kwame Nkrumah time, you be seen there. And there, Ghana yeka, cost 400 billion. Thanks to one on the boss. Busi Oma Bonkwa for the past 5 years is over 225 billion. As we speak. And about the they have nothing to show. And that born on shares on bar, on Bobo Sangodia Juma. On Fanya Juma. Number 2. So mo ba magana mabunu aye juma ye. Ene gana mabunu juma no moya. Omo betna bem de ba no moya. Omo ko printed t-shirt. No mo frɛ gana mabunu say masa shekaki bra. O de o fifi ba shekaki. No pa singlet ka ho. O ba be t-shirt ahye. Ni ase sam rent go gu Independence Square. Omo march for 3 hours. No man peni be jom monim. Omonim. Almost creating Yuma 100,000. And yeah, offer yeah, this t-shirt koko creating Yuma. Now t-shirt and creating Yuma Oklahoma. The catch of Yuma, dear Moye, you are playing with the mind of the graduate because what you are doing cannot be sustainable. I'm saying, hey, and it's for your doomsayers. Problem no can say a cozy saying, your man nako phone cat as a munkofi because. Finance Minister Becca said, public sector on Ayama, if I'm a Yuma and ye, Munkofi and Koda. Ye for one tour. Oman Penny Abedi chair Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia at the time. Edna Simpiusukan several times. So Batna Bemwa. Afibiano, Obama every constituency. Anya $1 million for development. $1 million na call. Huh? What na kunya so 5 years. One person po and koi. What's it? So the fundamentals of the economy are weaker. The exchange rate will expose you. Exchange rate and then at the same. Almost say at the end of December 31st, 2016, next city no air 4 cities to $1. Granted, you father start on the face value. And then I'm saying, Mahama government was incompetent. As you claim, but no city, most of the 4 cities. And then the competent people now, but sitting in them say, I cost 7 cities per dollar. Abro bottle bako. Na aye 120 Ghana cedis in Accra. And then abro bottle bako. Aye 450 Ghana cedis. Dokono and then about dokono 3 cedis 4 cedis. In Kankuma. Bidie bottle na 25 cedis. And then bidie bottle bako. Aye 150 Ghana cedis in Accra. Petrol bo aye saying. Exchange rate. I have said earlier. Inflation at saying. And then national health insurance. A who thanks to Mampini Kufuado. And then the boss. Me papa Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia and the boss. Now Mampini Kufuado. Over. And then ya bobo siya mo man sika similar to tia pansan. Siya jiji sika. Your taxes. And then your grant. Inside no money now we are. According to an article published in Daily Graphic. I think on 24th of August 2020. If my memory serves me right, that day was Saturday. By a gentleman called Maxwell Akalari Adumbila. In fact, Okaya Kosi said, and then, o mine de kama ye koje Bosnia, ni sike ina ye kabom, na aye 10 cities are. Ye de 8 cities 50 pesos, and you could a car hunsi hunkwa. And then, ye sike ina taxes, Bosumene Soa. Ye tia Article 71 office holders, no, ye tia mokawie, tia public sectors for car, and tia tax and compensations. And we are over. Ye tia accounts who we are. Sikanasa. Nti aban be yi kwan aje so kobo bosia. Aban be se supite aje so kobo bosia. In fact, Omampeni Kufuado so be ko ni krom chebi akodi weekend crowd. Yes ye bobosia manako. This is how they have run this economy too. Relative to your Omampeni Mahama ejawa bem beron fe kunwa so. Oja Stabilization Fund over $200 million. COVID-19 buy omo koji oyimu $200 million. No one ever saw one for COVID-19. Abra COVID unity WHO ekacha buy say on pay 32 billion Ghana cedis and for my Ghana Health Service. Is it 32 million Ghana cedis and for my Ghana Health Service? No more fund 2 and for young boy and say COVID neba omo dey solve one say. About sika bani ai. Abani just 2 million Ghana cedis on the Ghana Health Service. 2 million. Mumu ska. We don't say Ajumaya phone abani tedo almost the name. I heard Judicial Service of Ghana and Chaomeko strike. Ajumaya faketua obetum say 4%. I was expecting His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Alaji Bawumia to talk about those things and ra. And digitization. Your Excellency, with all due respect, don't run from your failure in the economy to hide your face behind digitization when you have done nothing about it. But you see, some you Ghana for you in any digitization. I say, you say me ameti your primary school dropout in the dorsal. And so called Samuel, no can Samuel or Pebia, but my calf and ready. But the people are now discerning. People are wide awake. Omontias, yes, sir. Someone me for Ghana for and to pray. So no 2016. No, it's time to work. It's time to deliver. What have you done to show that you have contributed towards digital economic growth of this country? You've done practically nothing. But you don't even want to be humble enough to give credit where credit is due. This week, we found him Samuaba. Graduate Oklahoma, Omakosakoti Graduate Unemployed Network of Ghana. Yes. I'm on the press release about we are. Who? Huh? But
on my banner, you need graduate unemployment.
Over you see, I have fully agreed that no country can have 100% employment of resources. It's true. If it's so called US crampo employment, you try to minimize it and contain the effect of that unemployment in the system. But in our case, you can't have unemployment rate above 60%. That will say, normal. It cannot be normal. It cannot be normal. It cannot be business as usual. Before Mampeni Kufuado and His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, look, I agree. Sir, it will be absolutely erroneous for me. Sir, Metanaka say, government cannot do that. Government cannot do that. I have a colleague, Ambrose is my colleague, in the private sector.
Washman.
You understand? I don't think at the end of the time, entrepreneurs, we supported them. The pharmaceutical industry, those who want to go there, we supported them. The existence was, we helped them. The poultry industry, yeah, boom. Farmers are now local rice, we supported them. We revamped Commander Sugar Factory in order to ensure that over $500 million wage bill is sent every year. And they call and conform also, they call import sugar product, and they buy cromano. You can at least half and put the chrome ha, a bit getting you magana for you. We did that. And watching private sector players like Dr. Indum, Dr. Apakosi Indum, Makinaku, Yitia Mwabe, Atu Asian, Sedu Agongos, and others were supported. What happened? Dr. Indum was one of the greatest key public kind of private sector player in the country. Apart from, in fact, GM Bank in Kwanom Kuta over 14,000 staff throughout the country. What good bank no? And the bank ni pay na kot na fie. Makineku okot na fie. Dr. Dufuo okot na fie. Yitia mo abe na akọ. Over 437 banking and non-banking financial institutions. What go mu nyina. In fact, these small-scale financial institutions, were avenues of providing small, kind of soft loan and financial assistance to your minimum multi-jom eton yoma. You collapse them, you lock people's capital, and as we speak, they cannot be able to feed themselves. And the same Kofu system, they are able to employ. The farm Kofu Juma radio stations go on Pomeyama. So, in this abundant more dear better kunyaso, you see, offer ye boom maya, Martin Luther King Kasembi. Because if we are to go by a tooth for tooth and an eye for eye, we will soon become blind and toothless nation. And I do ask myself, the effect of Mampenia Kufuor about government, people sometimes look at the political and economic effect. Over, I am looking at the social effect.
Which is?
And the social effect of this regime will take years to cover. Will take years to cover. This country will sit on a time bomb. Imagine, Dr. Indum Neba and Nana looking at his pedigree and what Bonnie could do, while establishing the businesses for over 20-30 years now. Nobody Kufuor added less than 3 years or 4 years in his government. I'm good in human now. I'll bring up a opponent down to his knees. Now, me nyada just to be you MANSO that action. I say, no man pay Kufuor bush for business. How will I do? Will I also collapse them?
ADAKABRI, good afternoon.
If I'm to go that way, can we survive as a country?
I've been a lecturer for 20 years. Mount Idea College, MA, URI, USA, University of Swaziland, and KNUST, Global Tester Market. The NDC guy doesn't understand the enormous wisdom of Dr. Bawumia. I forgive NDC apparatchik. Abna say shwe market.
Well, it's direct attack on me.
Oh,
and then
you see that way.
It's direct attack.
No,
it's a direct attack.
NDC guy doesn't understand the enormous wisdom of Bawumia. I forgive NDC apparatchik. He didn't say he forgives you.
I am not questioning Dr. Bawumia's wisdom. I'm not doing that.
Or say you don't understand it. That is not to suggest.
I don't understand it. In other way, I mean, things are quite harsh. Like I said, no, I'm not here to question Dr. Bawumia's wisdom. If I question wisdom there, then you can say, I don't understand it. That's why I'm questioning. No. I am talking about Nyoma. Now I'll claim credit for that. That's what I'm talking about. Then some of the Kenya, the Fufrubia, then indeed, one mechanic not buying so I have fun your man. So where lies the claim say? He forgive me because I don't understand the things I'm questioning about me as about.
Right.
So in the future, this country is on a time bomb. As a result of deliberate and willful witch hunting political animosity and acrimony and crofo the abba system. Why? Because we want to build a family hegemony. Today, the youth are not getting jobs. Did Baumia speak about that? His Excellency the Vice President? No. Did he provide a clear-cut roadmap? The boss every year. Did he provide that? What hope that the digital address are provided more? It is not easy to even access capital today as an entrepreneur. Me chance on a post on Facebook, that me free guy no. Ofa unim, enkomo say, oy entrepreneur. Onim empaboaye. Na o show mpaboa no sample ni bi e post na o de to online no. It was so impressive. Na me free no. O say okọ police peni bi wo say, at least na ontumi mmoa ne kakra na onye mpaboa ni bi na wo monto ema service no. Just a recruit fund, for instance. No more just in Pabuano, the quality in everything. I say, I know you are no. I had a bojo into Watiada or Tuna Junimukra. These are the challenges that the younger entrepreneurs are going through in the system. And the present time, they could 5 years at the buy youth enterprise support. 10 million Ghana cedis was allocated to that fund. As all your babunu now person we want kaso juma for proposal abra for business plan for kan. You vetna admit the standard da. The work cannot be timaya. Sikano, the bema obi. For conscious here, a corner knowledge man e koshwa. We will provide with further funds. Better more now also. About your buy why you visa. You only printed T-shirt. Now they share for come match on Independence Square. Now so create 100,000 jobs. Any end there. So it is clear-cut case. That offer, baby, the economy have been badly managed. There are too much hardship in the system. I did saying a drop of 4 kruma, tow drivers, or the same Uber drivers, taxi drivers, one more medical idea covered in Yinano, a Juma or more Yinano, or more yet at the filling stations. Or money more thing. Money more thing. And then I kept barely 1 month, 2 weeks. Near Kodiboya. Offer. Come call a for the past 3 days, send me do what any. The place is virtually empty. In fact, can you good old days now? Ideally, can I put 3 o'clock? Now my color store some puya be. And you pump coffee and pony akoda. And the cocoa, oh, ina I comb says some pumno. This is a clear indication that things are very hard. So, Mama Penin Foya that Jebe Kasacheya, they should speak with some level of remorse. They should speak with a tone of apology. They should be very emphatic and firm with the people that indeed you have disappointed the masses, and for that matter, I'm on fire born in Chai. Now, Begna Simpioso, no more Casabo, Basso, Dr. Muhammad Baumebe and Rana. I just say, I dream. At my faculty, I will say 4% of the Momo. Ya chua 4%. In any case, can we digitalization na abua my economy na tumpo magansi ka semo de yi no add an abundant mean track and my foka on the percentage increment awumbusa add an abundant mean here. The government cannot do it because I am told sir public sector workers crop in Kyomoka last month and then third, right? And the public sector workers have not been paid.
How do you know?
Oh yes, I am told. And my source is also credible. Have not been paid. Because as we speak, the government is contemplating going back to IMF. Meanwhile, who can say President Muhammad I am Ghana call IMF? No, he was incompetent. But with you and your competence, economic management, you are going back to IMF. Why? Because the center cannot hold. That is where we are today as a country. That's where we are today as a country. So far, going forward, we have an uphill to climb as a country. Unfortunately, Yanka Bisham, Yanya Bonibia, and Yamenamaya, and Yawan Wire. Agent Mensa, Adaruma, Naja, called sword a bone chidom. Then be a quacujino, Yan Conisa, and Yan Conisa, and Yama Conisa, Yama Conisa also. Because they see a Casadia, and the super bearer, any babia. The government cannot do anything contrary. There is no magic in baby.
So what
Nobody.
should you enti
And government as you go.
They say yenya den.
Fine. What for you for be here?
Wunni GDA or government enti yenya den.
Yeah, before be here. Before be anywhere be you. What you see? I do know. Say every be here there will be hardship or national economy can face challenges. So those challenges in imagine. What you need to do is to build a consensus. 2012, after the elections, the regime then led by President Mahama faced some level of challenges. Out of that, the leadership at that time, no, and reason yes or no. Why don't we call a consensus, bring all the stakeholders to a round table and think about the way forward? Doesn't mean no money in your moyana. They know what they were doing. It takes some level of maturity and humility as a leader to admit challenges and call for support when necessary. All the people came together at Senche, the round table. Obia did not came by. MPP for Mankobi, they declined to go. At the end of the day, the blueprint and free Senche became our engagement policy document, which we call the homegrown policies, or the whole conference gave birth to our domestic homegrown policies, which we tendered before IMF to support us move with programs and the policy they are proposing. And the outcome was the impressive economic turnout, which process resulted in the robust economy we left for President Akufo-Addo to inherit. Because we gave him 2 oil wells. In addition to 1 and now, 3. We built 3 FPSOs, Kwame Nkrumah, Kufuor, and Atames. In addition to that, you are building Ghana Gas Company from the scratch. I know na man ne. And it's also Bemba, Abua Papon. 1 year baby, a year Juma, and the Sakona no Kota Radio Soa, which was President Mahama. NDC government create jobs. Mr. Kumia, and let or STC. NDC abandon na man Juma. Because can revive STC koni baby obey Juma. We created a job for them. Oh, by the master party apparatus Kuguo, but I am told that the company is facing internal crisis, or is even coming down on it news. That's MPP for you. To me, the job on out of that, they created a sinking fund at the 2 stabilization fund. ESLA. As we speak, last year cocoa season, cocoa farmers abandoned cocoa when 20 win a cow. Abandoned cocoa farmers bisine. I doubt said this year cocoa. On me timia 2 mama kuyafo. I doubt they can't. And what you classy for a team classy small scale mining business are near ya. Yes, no. Abandoned by ya. What Giano to the amount party for party here sika. So all over the country, the youth have nowhere to go. There is nothing to do. There is nowhere to turn. And nothing a brand table go to Europe or go to America to show or go to airport to then a passport and hear no about picture and demos there you. A buffer no no Obubu airport where go no. Because at that material moment, we are seeing about a year. There's a 1 year Quenya. A genuine from Pineku and then my gun and then Mambo Bonia or they go your coming so. No go to airport. Not the picture. I don't know about phone offer. What can also done van go fee. Okay. Come on, Swako.
Share the spate of accidents on our highways and also we can say continued disapproval of the mandatory towing levy. Suggestions say commercial drivers should embrace it and then segregate this program. What are your thoughts?
Oh, you see, first of all, as some mining and casting bomb modern from governments in memorial, we've seen there. Look at the highways. Have we been able to build a single dual carriage linking 2 cities? Into me here. You haven't. NDC proposed to dualize Accra Kumasi Highway and Accra Cape Coast Highway to Takoradi. I know. And I'm penny Kufa na bedi echire Muhammadu Bawumia, the doctor. Eko also so am call and John manifesto on some basic airport wa. And the Habwa, Cape Coast for Busa or more. On the Habwa the anchor. Dualizing the highways is very important to avoid the needless head-on collision. Aya test here. Many people here on and watching over so time for Kumasi Accra Highway no so. And of course, all the major highways are. My main can't say when child. Over also for dance so kwa echo for me now. Over a squad station wa. Over for me now. Car offer station wa. Unya see kwa ni mu echo ni mu na. Gawo fobi wo ho. Sama na me wo dance for me na. No mo wo ho. Me don't know say o mo da so ho dia. Utra gawo for na police barrier bi wo ho.
Anta na wa hyase afro be.
So wa hyase afro be po no.
Eye kusa be po no.
Ye kusa. Ni ye for me na be po no. E kusa de kusa wo wachi.
Awu fe dance aso kwa nye kusa be po na be fra bende akusane na wo de aba for me na.
You are right. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, you are right.
Kusa be po no.
Go ofu body sania.
E boni nti no say articulate no free Takoradi habo be sna be Kumasi a. Efro be po no nyina na mu yi no mani go. Efro nyina mu yi go. Uyi ho no so so jema so sa articulate no free be po na ko kentampo no. Ni yi no mani go. Ni make say na driver no so wo yi gears ni nyana ni tita ho sa. Ye no mani go. Ye no mani go.
That's for the mo.
Eti kusa be po no de. Ba contractor na ya de.
But see. Accident to be see wa. But me kai accident na be seen the me kaya na me yemo shime. You turn bus. Na fi Kumasi na be se Takoradi. Baby a police barrier no know. Articulator abese esi ho. Omo yi saka, omo yi ka no.
Fi Kumasi na eba to the o sane.
E bi yeah, na bus ni fi Kumasi side, for me side na eba towards Asukwa.
Teenage to o sane bus kwa.
So ena articulator no ekọ from na. Ena o say si be poda no pe. Omo yi ka no omo yi. Na najo se ban se yo. Ena ka ne ba.
Bus no.
The oyini tio so here the unsa sabe pono so no. E ho sa kwan ye very risky.
Very because o free from me no. O free be po ya na wa veggie to the left.
Exactly.
Na fe wa san veggie to the right. Na fe odru be po na pampem. No aba right kakra. Into sunny left no and shame.
Can do ho in the no the ma articulator no. Nipa 28.
I can imagine.
They perish, all of them perish at that
spot.
moment, on the spot.
I just said, yeah,
interestingly, Nipa no uwi ye pe and upon no be trek free war.
So we could
have. Any case, MTT from Okroma. Some war. It was empty to you then. The institutions of Okroma, particularly the Ghana Police Service, Ghana Road Safety Commission, and the National Highway Authority.
Would you support to say commercial drivers and nam highway no so? Intia commercial drivers no entia se emayen she bibia with the commercial driver. Name mu say private car ekofa highway no so a then at the toll booth no ye beji ne bibi to secure to ensure against hazard be obeshia no kwan so.
You see all these things, the end point they say we want to protect lives,
yes,
and save lives. If these are measures that can at least at the moment the bit me aboa me so san your man anwa, why not? So far oboa say or say Accra Kumasi kwan ya so a ofri esuhum me kan nsawam to wa esuhum a teacher mante no ne san kunketun ya instance of a corner car asayesi ho no hwe be aka na asayesi a cars enam ho no a pose the greatest danger for human survival. To the crampo aka na asayesi kwa ho anadwo no ya mfa red triangle mpo infancy ho. The red triangle no podi be su ho then their farm car na asayesi to kopio so a one-on-one. Samaba.
Asemu.
COVID by. Look at I want you to bani paso. Look at how bani pastem. But within the first 6 months of this year, over Metmakasa Nipa as the Kumu Kumano, don't such a woman COVID Kumu. I stand to be corrected. But I believe, sir, as the today higher. And draws and then answer how much ya and think you come. Nipa the 7 was saying, in fact, before the corner back one in case you are before that. And I think Kensu Akuma died and so there.
And before the year 17.
So by and large, to a large extent, no offer, we need as a matter of agency dualize all the major highways we have in the country. And only Neoman Peneku for now by Nasa DSA. 1 more year of roads now, Moshe Hombo, we need to see it. Daily Guide in 2017, they were to the front page somewhere June or so March. I think March thereabout. Say Baumia hit jackpot. Or Bobo Senania jackpot. $15 billion. Says Kanawahefa. I was suspecting His Excellency the Vice President. Tell us, $15 billion jackpot no kohetiano. You are Mundisi Kanafa. Says Kaniba Krumwa. Kebet me Yasakwana Yakano. Aka Kumasi Highway. Who dualize it saying? Omo busi omo bo na omo koje busi ane ba omo de organize kenke party e Ministry of Finance na ne be kan de mama mpene Kufuado no do high private jet e dware wo wiem esa o man sika no those monies can do those projects. Have they focused on that? It appears that the welfare of the people is not the focus of the government, but the comfort of a mampeni, the bushful and the bushful kakra no. These are what they are focusing on, but not the safety of the people. Nobody there, the number Juma. I don't know. I think sir, it's a shame.
Is it fair?
Oh,
sir.
Ofa. And yeah, the fairness so. Man penny be no jare owiem. Bondina mintie.
O jare owiem da.
O jare owiem. The first minister called France or called parliament. As some of the
justification
is say.
Or there are instances yeah, now for want of time, no. Or beko drew abeko hotel, no akwa spruce up and send wako. Nanke mumu ye wo bigger aircraft ubit me spruce up on arrival straight to the conference spot. Okasa, that is not to suggest.
Wow,
ujaru wi.
Wofa wona o sanchi chemu na ya ba mu 24 years ado mo kan no. Wofa me mante. Mante sa so na o sanchi chemu de I think it come from Wofa. But the abam penifo ebe kan ye ne say man pentimi ndware owiem
ontimi ndware
owiem
o debre bo
and sa plane no kofo eno toye
the defense minister was asking
for time in to
parliamentary support to buy a bigger aircraft for use both by the Ghana Armed Forces and the presidency.
Before we come to that argument, we are focused on the current situation as we have it now. And as we have it down, jet that Falcon 900E is it EX no? And no, and a former president Kufuor toy no jaho.
And 900EX.
And a former president Mers and no be you here.
And I out.
And a mere Papa Mahama. I buy one or them.
Ain't mean Fenipa more than 19.
And you no crap. And you no crap. Now same play man penny fire near Nuani na woman. No some organized party woman. Uni nipa nefa.
And now over British Airways, the queen of the skies, a grandma. 747, you know, you know.
So we can get party. Oh, you see, the point is, Sasapiloman Pineku for them to me, why? What is so extraordinary?
So, impediments on the highways.
Oh, again, that of the same George Weah of Liberia.
Stationary vehicles and resultant deaths on the highway. What do you propose we should do?
The proposal I say, the waste and the needless cost of Penny Kufuor do a minor film. He should stop it because as Russian and Casino you know, and as Russian and Casino you know, the boy ever you Ebegina and Newma or and now they're Sabuno. They say a boy will know no man of the Beruni Bodia. Then it presupposes that Kakari or your mobile buying. There's a book I can't buy. I don't bet me be a film. And they how and they solve problems. So, Kroma. Station cars are okay. We need At least Ghana highway authorities also want to be towing cars. Now the cars no say kwamwa on be tow free ho. And kwampo the other avenue a bit my generate sika ama Ghana highway authority and even including the police department no MTTD bit my generate sika ma homo. So cars say kwam near toko si wa. Over fakana you have to pay a fee. Can't mean generate sika ma homo na. Any Ministry of Transport can they do that? But they don't focus on problem solving ventures. All that this government know is the easier way. Yen ko bobosia. Ye ko bobosia ne ba. Yen bin ko organize kenke party. Ye di kenke ni wia. Ye be karo yen fa ko mampino fa organize parties akese. Yo muni ma no. Okay? And at the end of the day, who suffers? You and I suffers. We must hold this government to the fire of accountability and ensure say they solve the problems and stop the needless talk.
Haruna Kingsley Amaliba, you have had an unhindered run. In the unhindered run, no. Now we are honored to have Adam Sabo Abdul Rahman, a former Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the MPP. Bibi Sankane Kakra. But in the next 19 minutes, no, or no, before 15 minutes, there will be
for those
over 15 minutes.
For the excavator and about excavators
and then over 15 minutes, and then we share the further 4 minutes. No, so, Secretary Adam Sabo Abdul Rahman, Yamuatrasi. Good. Now, no me, no, whether you heard Dr. Muhammad Baumia, how digitalization have saved the Ghanaian economy, transformed the Ghanaian economy, and also your take on stationary vehicles on the highway and then resultant deaths as a result of accidents on the highway. What do you propose we do? There are suggestions commercial drivers should embrace it on the highway and then leave the private drivers in the cities. But when they tend to ply the highway, then at the toll booth, they pay for the cost of the hazards on the highway for towing. What are your thoughts? Ano amu ano so na omampanya bi di no ate. Yeah. Umedri ya na wayire no kan bibia. Aye.
I think I understand no. Now me tell some fact. Then this is the first time I know Atina was set so, but I know I share several.
Yes.
But this is the first time. Somehow with their two especially with London cars now. Before my ban, I just as football. So which are digitalization of our economy, no. Which are and we are saying to me, maybe Bahakran, maybe Bahano. Let's keep Yanshan Botu. At Namu or store me mobile. Somebody can make me beside driving and say, you see mobile money. Then my transaction is very pure. And I only by arguing. But quite a long way so I reduce the armed robbery. And this kind of brilliant van attacks here. No. And even me and you will be very comfortable for homes. And even the, may God forbid, even that intruder now be fear. Or no one can so himself. These days, he first car and to fear. Quite apart from that, sometimes to the man Crawford who said we had the scan now, the bulky nature of it. For bank we now will pay, but now the Ghana must go. Definitely. Sometimes they hang around. That's a more kind newspaper. That's one crowd by bank with a better transaction. Who say who movie 1 of 10. If it's going to be digitalized, in the comfort of your office, out has a CR, you can transfer money to them. And the bank can also transfer money wherever you are. Our pesos. And now, because it becomes a digital economy, the one that you are even buying the items from and the rest also doesn't need physical cash. It's a matter of also indicating your records to indicate that what you are at their water. So for me, apart from the thievery or the robbery aspect of our economy, Roberts no etumi high adwen no. Yan kasa convenience. But create some sort of convenience. If you agree with me, sometime your own money, you are going to the bank. You need about 2 bodyguards or 3 bodyguards. Extra cost. Be do it. And sometimes be more we use about 3 or 4 cars. Make sure that they are well secured. All these things are costs that could have been put somewhere to injected in the economy, make the economy propel. However, it is also going to create some kind of market for the teeming youth, and even the larger society, the whole economy. So for me, I think it is something that all of us, we are seeing Kasano, they are drifting towards that. So it shouldn't be left behind. You need
The
to
world
start.
in your palms.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much. Quite apart from that, and now I can do transaction with my bank with my mobile money. I don't know the last time I visited the banking hall, because once money is put in my account, I sit here and also do whatever transaction, and I can also deposit money in my accounts without going to the bank through my mobile money and then my accounts and my accounts to my mobile money. And interoperability also. You agree with me that it was very difficult. So my you see, friends Tigo, and I said, "So my friends can Airtel Tigo or something." That's how we see MTN. Now, person man on my card. This is what I vendor in chain. A brass car ever phone so. To me, man, scam. But today, it is not like that. You can send money to any network, provided you have money in your wallet. But apart from the banking, so you agree with me. Those days, transfer was very difficult. To take 3 days sometimes. And so, what's my effective transfer? But with this new digitalization of our economy, you go to the bank today, you're able to transact between 2 banks in the shortest possible. So, having mentioned time, so business is about communication, and the most essential ingredient in business is time. So, quite apart from that, with all this, time is also going to be efficient in the management of the economy. And to me, dear, Osaka Bibi, and you agree with me. Let me say, my date of birth, to be frank with you. Today, I'm sitting on the end, I'm saying this. My mama, it can, like, within your friends and aliens compliance order, that your woman, a week and a alien compliance order. And to me, I check records, it was 1969. And I'm going to check within a week and so, and I call for somewhere February in that manner. And I'm data, but I'm say my date of birth in here. And you agree with that? There are the likes of me in the system like that. They're educated, well educated, but they cannot pinpoint exactly when they were born. Because you can say those who gave birth to us were not lettered, and there were no records. So supposing I did not have the opportunity to say medical school, up to now I wouldn't care about my date of birth, and I would have died and then go without any notice, no any record, no any trace that I ever existed on this earth. I strongly believe that with this one also, it's going to improve upon our security. You agree with me that if you know the number of people that are found in a society and I say in a community, it helps you a lot to plan. Being in social amenities, being in infrastructure, being it whatever, budgeting and rest, you know exactly the number of people you are dealing with. And it also, when also and then many be very careful what we do in the dark. Because our buy data shows us any point in time. But apart from that, also, it is not like before. Within the next 2 days, then it was very difficult for us to understand how do they do that. But I strongly believe that with this digitalization, it is so easy for you to understand how they normally come about these things. Because I now make my national ID. So I know very well that my biodata is out there. So getting my thumbprint anywhere, it is so easy to know exactly who did that thing. Would that actually even come to me or take me to police station to take my thumbprint again? Because it is already made available in the system now. So it makes me feel secure when I'm moving in such a society. It is not easy for people to have confidence to commit crime in a broad daylight or even in the comfort of darkness and go free. Simply because there are measures that are put in place to check, to make sure that everybody in in the country no, can freely move and do things within the context or the ambit of the law no, without fear. No. So for me, this shouldn't be politicized. And it is one of its kind, or even one of the few on the African continent. Because I know when it comes to the drones issue, apart from your friends and always I forget that name. Is it? Well, remind me that.
What is it?
Those who started with the drone. This African country that was involved in war and have all of a sudden taken.
Somalia?
No. This Central Africa. Is this Central Africa or South Africa? Oh, sir, almost present so far,
Kenya?
Not Kenya.
No.
Namibia?
Is it Rwanda and which?
Rwanda.
No, is it Rwanda? I think it's Rwanda.
Yeah, Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Okay.
Very good, Paul Kigali. Very good. Once there's a drone, apart from Amo, it is Ghana on the continent of Africa. We are the only people operating these kind of systems. And it's as a result of digitalization. Look, today, I think our own mothers, the only thing we need is to do for them, especially my mom tomatoes and then yadoa and say Android phones. And excuse me to say, our mother they don't go to school, but they are very smart. Sometimes what we could teach you, Nasa auto bibi, Nansa Sanka, who are walk school, why mathematics and Kranwa, and some of my general, I catch on Sasano the other. They say no, as I saw the mouth, Oka Kaputus, and I say, or the mouth. So for them, no, all that we need to do is to get them Android phone and then just let them know how to do transaction on their mobile phones. So if somebody comes to buy something on the market now, 1% on my physical cash, Because sometimes what happens, time and to bottom, no. How do they normally know that there's a pause packet? It is when you go to buy something and you remove it and then you put it back. Then they start tracing you. Up to a point that you lose conscious of yourself, then they will take it away. Definitely our mothers too who carry their bags, when they go to a market to buy things and they remove money from their bags, they become vulnerable to people around, and then they can trace them. So be eco or the mobile phone that's why they also turn your man so accept that kind of idea. It makes everything much easier. So I think for us, for now, this is where we should focus our attention. That individually we should try to see how best are able to me this how to do transaction on mobile phone and how to even advertise their goods on mobile phones, how to even reach out to their customers and the prospective customers on mobile phones. And with all this thing, you can see the rate at which this economy will move. Had it been because of this digitalization and COVID-19 setting, as if we were aware of something like this was going to happen in the world. I strongly believe that this is not the place that we found ourselves today as we speak. But it came a long way to save a lot of situations in this country as a result of digitalization. Vice President I introduced it into this particular economy. So, to wind up, because actually I didn't have time to go through it.
But at least you believe say the economy becomes smoother when we tend to rely on digitalization.
Yes, and apart from it,
how do you operate within the digitalized environment?
So there's no difference. I only physical cash. Definitely, you couldn't have, because it's a physical cash that you normally put on the digital way. I operate. So if you don't have money, if I'm not rich today, I cannot do any transaction, or I cannot do a particular transaction. Let me put it in that context. But if I have money, that I'm not me to both fruit. The same money, not me mobile phone, and they are tossable fruit. So it is your weight that determines how you fit into a society. So but it is rather much easier because me no ebi wa me age me bi ama and ko betu me and na physical cash so no nchen I feel na obesuma ma ya bank aba. But with your mobile phone, it is so easy. Say be akwa me say okay metu ya and oni fie and ma be adwuma no o baby me we apɛ wo pie o tu me. Though there's no physical contact between me and you, but I'm done with the work and I get my pay. You are not there, and there's no any intermediary between me and you, and me no any deal with. You are in the US, I'm doing your work in Ghana here, and immediately I finish, I give the report. my account is credited. So there are so many things that it comes with. And there's that kind of doubt and also so. And even quite apart from that, people who normally try to dupe people or swindle people. So, I mean, it goes a long way to clear those kind of cobwebs. But nonetheless, the only thing that we can also talk of, how to secure our, how do I even put it? Like the network. I'm not an IT person, but I believe there are people who normally hijack this kind of network things and the rest. Yes, the securities that we put in place to make sure that, of course, one day the whole of the economy will not be hijacked at a point in time. That is the thing that we need. But I believe that will also be difficult because when you go put it on a distance, it is going to be synchronized. So it is like so many other things have it. So you cannot hijack the whole thing at a point at a go. You can only slow down the process for some time. But definitely you cannot get whatever you want to take away from. Because
okay, quick comment on road crashes, higher deaths, and then significant disapproval of mandatory toll levy.
Oh, man, this mandatory toll levy, and as I think there was a point in time the government wanted to introduce this mandatory and I didn't send buyer. But I was one of those who believed in this proponent. In the sense that I use the road frequently and I travel a lot. Like within locally, and yet plane within Ghana.
Oh, now, what's that plane man I had?
Oh, David. Maybe I'm a local person. Yes. Oh, that's it. I'm never the one who to pa. Maybe
the plane
roadmaster. Maybe the roadmaster.
Airstrip pussy gakro the light aircraft to go.
So sharp. They travel on our routes, especially between Accra, Manse, Accra, Takoradi. Most busiest routes, they are most often than not. And sometimes, sometimes I won't see the kind of course either it will spread at a curve or at the peak of a hill. I mean, at an obscure place, Danny, can see
a posted danger.
That's the right. But I believe, sir, Sadi will not take you on about honor. That's a car say, and one say, my dial particular number. Then my car say, is Mamma, my come, I'm pick the car. Knowing very well that by the time I return, the car is where I want it to be. And then other road users too are safe and the rest. So I think, sir, as a country, it all is not lost. We should revisit the planning table now. Then share because look at just within 2 days, 3 days, kind of precious lives that were lost. No, and the
17 plus 6 plus 2.
Yes.
That makes it 25.
Yes. And as at the time I was on the road coming, because the pen and bedroom.
I see.
With 50 million number.
The partner said, "When I'm Hosanna, I be."
No, yes. Whether you are the one driving or they are driving you, you don't feel secured. I'm telling you, and quite apart from that also, so what I also advise is that I quite say, when you say, don't travel at night. Because Ghanaians is going to say, now that the road is good, we want to move at a certain rate. And by the time you see that parked car, you are already into it. And then secondly, this kind of, I do know your friends, I triangular, no, sometimes I send Pocona then I set a trap. Maybe what they didn't see, who can. There is nothing you can do.
Just only breaking distance be sufficient enough.
What I was told by somebody is that, or says I would say, before we should be so abafa.
And
so we have a situation at hand. So remember, the GDP pass and Kasa friends and that tool I do know like we paying it through either. I think there was going to be a system where maybe if you do your license and something, we'll talk then that money.
Roadworthy. At the time you go to do your roadworthy.
Thank you.
Yes. You pay at a time.
Yes. So I think we can still look at this particular issue. Now I should say that I remember somebody
say as part of your insurance.
No, I agree. No, there are so many things. Obi as the device be about mine. That's our time. Pressure no akolo indicate what can. The be work can time no indicate what can. Na me can say we so me the campaign emphasize the winner as a national project. That's a kwaje line and that's compare to a road waiting and say na. Then no so aka be. Say you need to get the device in your car to go a long way.
Oh, in fact, newer vehicles ni nyina no tire pressure and there's a valve that checks for you. Say pressure no be a 2.4 psi, but less than just a 10 be a measure, so you know the pressure.
More indication.
They know the pressure.
And
there's a pinky.
Then that's good. Then that's good.
That it be on my na a instrument panel no. Any paper break ain't mean ready. Adia a was so. The baby what time no more. It tells you as a round beside a yeja top no na bibi every musa appear at the aba. So you see it on the instrument panel. Na even crano type of petroleum product how do you go car no say exhaust system no dirty catalytic converter no emu dirty na fin bebre so mu a show was system no so ma so what you see then you know say catalytic converter na anya pro fin na door so petrol product no kra papa. It is a wooden instrument panel and so the car gives you a lot of information.
Well, then I think that's very good because I have not actually come across this car, but device, you know, and I remember the back of it when we come, and I got to realize that organizers, excuse to say, you don't know mukuya pa, because and no, so I didn't show pressure, or car type pressure, or no, what me I could do on us or catch us on your say they be. I don't know. I got to say, maybe what device no me come.
Obey inflate ya manai den.
Always, inflate money.
Time to pie. And as almost the car jump.
Exactly. So most say they don't give us the right pressure on our tires. So I believe says it will be like the Okasa. Either these cars should be recommended in the country.
People tend not to know more about the information on the instrument panel. Now, Kingsley.
Over. As someone large for digitalization. One body corona as a banjo. The American Wahana say, for you to be able to enroll an efficient and effective digital platform that can enhance the national economic fortunes, you need an infrastructure to deal with the system. Finito. Infrastructure now.
Architecture not see a building.
Ya building we have. Who did that? President Mahama did that. Okay?
So he's reaping where he
I said, he only reaping maybe also, yeah. I said COVID-19 by President Mahama was down over $200 million. Our stabilization fund the more. Start funding the munu. Nipo credit fund the jar already. Yambona basu. Na mo mampene kufuado ko yi sika no de bechi chaire de ese mo na ba yemo ne ese ma no ezo betu sika de teguo na oyi a wode ache.
Final comment.
The final comment ne say Alhaji men kan be biada. The digitalization have been started by the Vice President Muhammadu Bawumia. He has done nothing to bring it into being. And you are talking about mobile money interoperability. Somewhere
20 but for Alhaji Bawumia now it is Sabro.
Oh, what? And one person betting on mobile money interoperability.
Until Bawumia, Ediba, and what did that?
What? Sabrofu yet, your campus about me calling doctor.
Now, related to what?
Related to anything interoperability. Matisse,
I love that.
Matisse, what he pregnancy ever? What brought you coming by you? You know what, Gala?
It's been there for so many years.
Mobile money. 21st October 2009. And MTN for launch of mobile money.
Who was at the helm?
2009.
Who was at the helm?
At the helm was in the country.
Yes. Who was the head of state?
President Mills was the head of state.
Okay.
And then Mahama was the vice president.
Okay.
And the head of the economic management team.
Okay.
They shall say all
right.
And then see this every one network, echo one network. No. And now, but it came with cost. So the argument was on when you cost in free. He said, "Next year come and cost no company but a minimal."
Okay.
And people from the Maya, who can want some more.
My share in Phoebe.
Final comment.
Yes, the final comments.
You have just 32 seconds.
Thank you very much.
And also,
So share or say omo de interoperability na e buy.
Now, apart from Alajiba, me what is our wedding there?
Never. Even in
Okay.
fact, it was difficult for me to even pronounce it.
Okay.
To be frank with you. My man and Tias says Obisano. Which of us in the Ghanaian society no, I experience a system we ewo yabrabom. That indeed Saoko transacting money from mobile MTN to Vodafone Bino. As at the time they were talking about it, they were rather, even in fact, it was a costing. I think even when we came,
The usual
the costing no money man no crown. Yeah,
a voucher. There was something you
Yes.
need to
In
a
fact-
token.
Yes, thank you. You have yes, very good. Now, and you have to go to what they call it.
To redeem it.
You have to go to a firm say, "Do you want a commercial
A vendor, no?
Vendor. Thank you, very much.
Merchant, no, I'm
But you could not sit in the comfort of your
Okay.
home and do it. So what you are saying is quite look. You're the free SH buy. I'm talking okay, you're the health insurance buy. I'm talking to remember all this record. And I can give you instances. If I would say anything at all that we've done in this country
Okay.
that Ghanaians seem to accept them, they are the people who started.
Young pastor that Emma Adam Sabo Abdul Rahman, or a former Greater Accra Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party (MPP), there ultimately now over contribute to onto the program. Now, so young pastor that's also Emma Haruna Kingsley Amaliba, there on also representing the NDC. Yadomasi na yeframi ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma na mina bidi dwumadi hu champa nyiko joda me ado wone me ofase magero sajima and a production isi wo na so na brafre ma bankro eso ene ni national service ni a wafa no a ontu atakum fama no so o ma na ye adwuma o mo so yadomasi nana kwa ame nana yawo aha ya sapon eti abrafre ma bankro ne ono so nya assistant ya nana ya safo na ono so assist abrafre ma bankro just a national service no ayi but for now dear ye ma Olakwaku Michael Ediaba na odia be kofie the fie no de no the whole team are working in tandem ya from ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma bama kagumwe na ye hwese de no ma ebisi afa ye de ebekro
Needs FM.